social media at MaxPreps, big time in the 7-on-7 scene. We got a bunch of big-time players here today. There's over 30 players rated in the top 100 in the class of 2027 and 2028, and over 20 MaxPreps All-Americans. Aaron, what are you most looking forward to here this afternoon in Georgia?
Well, I mean, these first couple of games, I think, are going to just be getting the cobwebs out.
Yeah.
I don't know if any of these teams have really played against top competition this season. And like you said, this event is stacked, 350-plus D1 players. But I want to see how HellStar, coming from California mainly, matches up with Cold Hearts. You got different coasts going up against each other, and it's always exciting to see that.
Yeah, there's always a debate who's best, California, Texas, Florida, or Georgia. We get to find it out here in this first game. We got Florida versus California, and you look at the talent that 24K Cold Hearts has, especially at the wide receiver group. You got 5-star Jameer Brown. He's a 2027 Ohio State commit. Eastern Royal was going to be here, but some things came up. He's not here now, but they still got 6 other big-time receivers with Jameer Brown. So it should be fun. But you look at HellStar, they're really good when it comes to secondary, led by 5-star Hayden Stepp from Bishop Gorman. So it should be a fun matchup. What are you kind of leaning towards? You get a look at Hayden Stepp right there at Bishop Gorman. What's going to be the key factor for Hayden Stepp in this defense?
He's got size.
Yeah.
I mean, his length and his size is atypical at this level. And in 7-on-7, you're not running the ball, you're just throwing. So for him being able to go out there and potentially blanket some of these receivers, it's huge. And in 7-on-7, getting one stop is big.
Yeah.
A lot of these big-time teams, if they're scoring on every possession, that one stop is going to be what helps you. So having a guy like Hayden Stepp on the defensive side is definitely a plus.
Well, he's going to have his hands full because they got 2 big-time quarterbacks as well. It's going to be fun to see, Trey Taylor, Nebraska commit, and Keekson Freer, one of the top quarterbacks in the class of 2028. So,
well, here we go.
Yeah, we're going, baby. 24K Cold Hearts got the ball first. They're in the baby blue.
Now I'm looking forward to seeing how the DBs play. Sometimes defensive schemes will be man-to-man in 7-on-7. Sometimes coaches will play zone. So it'll be interesting to see how HellStar comes out with such offensive firepower on the Cold Heart side.
So Trey Taylor going to get dibs at quarterback first. He's a Nebraska commit. Transferred to Millard South, big-time program. First pass goes down for a first down.
That's a good start. It seems like HellStar's playing off a little bit, trying to see what the offense is going to throw at them. But it'll be interesting to see if we get any plays down the field here earlier or not.
Yeah, so the rules, too, you get 3 plays to get a first down. The first one goes to the 25. Now they got to get to the 10. Move the chains. That's 4 seconds, so you got to get rid of the ball within that 4 seconds. If not, lost it down. So
it's tough with the wide receivers too. 7-on-7 is a different game, so you have about 3.5, 4 seconds to get the ball off as the quarterback. So as a receiver, if you don't get into your route early, or if you're lazy coming off the line, it's going to ruin the whole progression. And you saw there, HellStar was able to actually blanket that.
You're going to look at head coach Damon Jones with his Cold Hearts crew. I mean, the receiving corps for this team is absolutely off the charts. Taylor's got it.
That was a great combo route right there. You saw the rub by the receiver on the outside, and he was able to sneak behind and run that little corner route that the quarterback dumped in. Was a great ball.
I think we're going to be calling his name a lot here today. Showtime Brown, big-time playmaker in the state of Ohio, just transferred over to Big Walnut. He's a 5-star wideout, arguably the best receiver in the class of 2027.
I definitely like what he did there. He kind of sat behind the zone a little bit and gave his quarterback a window to throw it in there. That was a great play.
Taylor, tight window.
One-handed.
Yep. Jameer Brown, touchdown.
So right on cue, as Zach said, he's going to be tough to handle.
My mistake.
Oh, was that not Jameer?
No, that was some boy Guidry.
Guidry, man, there was a player a while back, Javon Guidry, I believe. I don't know if there's any relation there, but that was a great one-handed catch. Some of the hardest places to score on the field in 7-on-7 are when you get in real tight right there. You only have a 10-yard window in the end zone, so it's a great play.
Yeah, that's what makes Trey Taylor so special. I mean, that was a tight window. Receiver wasn't even open, and a good job to find Guidry. Guidry, one of the better players from the state of Louisiana. He's got over 20 offers. Plays at Holy Cross High School. So they're going for the 2-point try here at the 10. You can either go for the 1 point from the 5 or the 2 point from the 10.
Louisiana's got some talent. Eastern Royal, they got Guidry.
Yeah.
I feel like they're kind of slept on.
Elijah Haven, top-rated quarterback in the class of 2027. Taylor out of reach for his intended target. So extra point, 2-point try, no good. 6-0 Cold Hearts here early on. See what HellStar can do.
Looks like we've got Laporte,
Yeah.
Sean Laporte in there at quarterback. He's, I believe, left Burbank and is transferring, is what his head coach said. So it'll be interesting to see the 3-star quarterback out here try to get into rhythm.
Fort Still now,
Okay.
playing his senior year there. Nice throw there, and it's going to be a first play, first down for HellStar.
One big thing about 7-on-7, people think you can just go out here after the tackle season and get in and play, and it's a different rhythm to this game. So you have some quarterbacks who might not be the 4 or the 5-star guys who get out here in 7-on-7 and actually slice and dice defenses.
Get a penalty there. Looks like we're going to get pass interference on Cold Hearts. So you look at HellStar, some of their key playmakers, Kai Buchanan, one of the best in the class of 2029. They're hyping up DJ Ferguson out in the San Diego area at University City. Stud, he's already got 16 offers. Gavin Honore, formerly at Modern Day, now at Bishop Gorman.
Looking at their roster, I mean, it's just up and down the roster. St. John Bosco,
Yeah.
Bishop Gorman.
It's never a bad thing.
No, definitely when you're being represented by the biggest schools in the country. It just looks like it got bottled up right there. Too many players at the same spot at once. Maybe one of the receivers ran the wrong route or something. But when you got everybody jumbled up like that in one spot, it's never a good thing.
So now they got 2 more plays to try and get in the end zone. Once you get inside the 10, you got 3 downs to score. And it's a 20-minute running clock. Clock will not stop during the bracket play here today. But took a little too
A lot
time.
of penalties early.
Yeah, I didn't think we'd see penalties in 7-on, man. Shout out to Nick Hamilton and Z Stewart too, setting us up. The 7s. This is becoming one of the fastest growing 7-on-7 tournaments. 2 great guys, and they really run this thing correct, man.
How about this venue?
Yeah,
Like, we're tucked in between the forest, basically, and all these trees here.
Georgia's beautiful, man.
I didn't realize how many guys came out of here.
It's a beautiful spot. I noticed that when we came out for our MaxPreps game of the week and did Collins Hill versus Grayson and Sewanee, man. It's a beautiful place. I was even talking to my wife, like, hey, maybe we might eventually have to move out to Georgia. She said, we'll see.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Giving up that California weather is a risk. But, yeah, I definitely love the South. And, I mean, the football down here is second to none. I mean, you look at some of the alumni here from Peachtree, Cameron Hayward and some of these big-name guys who have come out of here.
So that one's incomplete. I believe it's 3rd down, so they got to score on this one.
Like I said, once you get tucked in inside the 5, inside the 10-yard line, it becomes more and more difficult to get open as a receiver.
Yeah, it's hard to, you don't have the scoreboard to look at to see what down and distance it is. But I believe this is 3rd down, so they got to score on this one to get any points on this drive. These games are going to go by quick, too. A 20-minute running clock. I mean, it's crucial to answer every score, and we saw Cold Hearts go down right to field and score.
Now, refs seem to be deliberating something right now, so
And
we've got a little
with
pause
the
in the
running
action.
clock, too. Like, this is going to take, about a minute off the game clock.
Yeah, and that's the crazy thing, too, especially when you get coaches doing things like arguing calls and taking 30, 45 seconds off the clock, and then at the end of the game wondering why there's no more time to run plays. So 7-on-7, you definitely have to keep that time.
And there we go, touchdown.
And another thing that makes it a little easier for quarterbacks, especially guys who are shorter in stature, to get those throws off and get some of those throwing angles in 7-on-7. You don't have all the offensive linemen. You don't have the big beef up front. So it definitely gives you some different passing windows, which wouldn't be available in 11-on-11. But we all know when you roll out and you get outside of the pocket, you're going to be using some of those angles in real football season anyways.
Nice job by Laporte there to find Ty Johnson for the touchdown. So 6-6. HellStar can take the lead here if they can convert on the 1-point try from the 5.
Looked like the receiver was leaning a little bit
There
right
we
there.
go. Perfect play call.
That's a great play call right there. That just shows you the experience in coaching in 7-on-7 and scheming, right? You need those 5-yard plays sometimes. You need those 10-yard plays. It's not just all up top and blurs every possession.
So I might get a look here at Kingston prettier. Kingston Pryor, one of the best quarterbacks in the class of 2028. He's looking to go deep and gets rid of it just a tad too late for second call. Yeah, Kingston Pryor, man, Benjamin Russell High School, 16 offers, 4-star class of 2028. He, it was nice for him last year. He was thrown to Sedarian Morgan. He's probably going to be a playmaker at Alabama as a true freshman next football season.
Not a bad target.
They lost to Saraland in the playoffs. Saraland will be seeing their quarterback, Jamison Roberts, here later today as well. He plays for Gas Crew. Bunch of studs in Alabama, man. One of the most underrated states when it comes to producing high school football talent. Pryor rolling out to his right. Oh, tight window, incomplete. So
some great defense from HellStar right there. They're definitely blanketing that side of the field. One thing I want you guys to take a look at is take a look at some of these uniforms. So the football season in 11-on-11 tackle, we got standard kind of outfits, right?
You liking the drip or what?
I'm kind of feeling the HellStar uniforms. What do you guys think in the comments? Tap into the comments and let us know what you think about these uniforms.
I'm a North Carolina fan, so I'm rocking with the baby blue.
I like those too.
So I'm voting Cold Hearts if nobody cares about my vote though.
Hey, look, you know what? The drip is drip. It's all in the eye of the beholder.
Incomplete pass, so that's going to be 2 points for Cold Hearts. So, or HellStar.
Now this sets up a scenario I was speaking of earlier. If HellStar goes and scores on every possession, it's going to be tough for Cold Hearts to come back. But do keep in mind that this is pool play, so if teams do have any losses today, tomorrow single elimination, it's not a huge deal, but it will determine the brackets. Wide open, and he's out of bounds. So right there, as a receiver, if you have to have full awareness of where the sideline is in relation to you. So it looks like right there the receiver kind of lost track of the sideline and didn't give himself enough space to catch that ball.
So 9-6, HellStar. I mean, we're already halfway through this first game.
You look at the huddle from HellStar and the coaching. I mean, it looks like they're taking a lot of time in that huddle, getting plays in, and they're really scheming. So it'll be interesting to see this coaching matchup and who's got the more firepower.
You can look at Donald Tabron, too, 5-star from Cass Tech. Another incomplete pass.
Now, there's one thing with HellStar and a lot of these teams that they're bringing to the table and having funding and having money behind some of these clubs is you get a quarterback from Cass Tech playing on a basically predominantly Los Angeles team. This NIL era is definitely changing the landscape of 7-on-7.
It's a little different for sure, and you even seen it, going into the high school space during the football season, and I can imagine it's even more in the 7-on field. So third down, they got to get to the 25 here to keep this drive going.
Well, good thing QB doesn't have to wear one of those hats because I don't know if it's fitting on there.
No, Donald Tabron, he's got a good set of hair, man. Oh.
Is that time?
Quick 4.
Seemed a little quick. I've always
He's throwing it to Gavin Honoré, I believe, too. But
was he? Having covered 7-on-7 for literally about 15 years, I don't know why anybody has not created a shot clock.
What's the difference now compared to when it first started, 15 years ago when you first started covering it?
It's way more organized now. There's a lot of companies like the Sevens who have stepped up and really brought some credibility to an industry that's under scrutiny constantly. So I think that having the right people laying the foundation is very big. But it's always been fun. It's always been a change of pace from high school. It's gotten much more serious. But I do remember the days of Adoree Jackson and Juju. And
I can't even imagine Adoree in 7-on.
Yeah, he was a dog. Juju Smith, back in the day, they changed a lot of rules. Juju would take your head off in 7-on-7, which they do not allow.
Getting a close look at Trey Taylor. He's a 4-star Nebraska commit. Nice throw.
That ball had some zip on it, and the accuracy was definitely impressive. I mean, looking at these dual QB setups in 7-on-7, right? It's one of those deals where you're almost, even though you're on the same team, playing for recognition equally, right, amongst each other. So who's going to look better between these two quarterbacks might have an effect on recruiting.
Yeah, and you can see he's developing that chemistry with Goodry there as he got it complete there for first down, first and goal now. I think it was offsides on offense. Moved a little too early, or sideline warning.
Yeah, I believe it is a sideline warning, Zach.
Man, what a great day too, man. Weather's beautiful here, and last time I was here it was a little chilly, man. So I'm loving this weather. I guess we brought the California weather with us here to Sewanee.
Thankfully, I don't know if I could have handled that cold. I only brought a couple of jackets, so and definitely not the warm ones.
So I'm not sure if the lost a down penalty or it's just a warning, but I believe it's still first down for.
Again, yeah, defense is locking up. But
it's key though. You don't want to force the throw an interception, turns into 3 points, and the other team gets possession. So
what I do see with the difference in the offense is HellStar's running a lot of crossing routes. They're running a lot of short patterns. I feel like Cold Hearts is mainly running, one receiver, two receiver combo routes. I would like to see them implement a few more crossing routes to kind of mix it up.
Yeah, and Cold Hearts receiving core, man. Lawrence Britt, you got Quentin Burrell, Taylor, got a receiver wide open.
There you go. That was great.
There's Quentin Burrell.
You got the two receivers coming in, and you leak out the back. That was a great play call right there. I don't know, maybe they heard me.
Yeah. And Burrell, too. He was a MaxPreps Junior American. Had a big-time year for Mount Carmel out in Chicago. The best team in the state of Illinois, which is saying something because usually it's East St. Louis, but last year it's been Mount Carmel, and one of the big reasons why was because of the 4-star wide receiver. Cold Hearts going for the 2-point try. Taylor, back at the end zone.
Out of bounds, it looked like.
Yeah, just a little too far out of reach. That was like Big Ben looking for Santonio Holmes in the Super Bowl.
That's another thing, right? We talked about it earlier. The receiver giving himself room on the sideline to make that catch. It's just, it's awareness, right? Knowing where you are at all times and making sure you have room to make the play. Looks like Laporte is in there again.
Yeah, it looks like they're alternating each possession too. As Laporte had a good first drive, trying to throw his receiver open. That one's out of bounds. Big drive here. I mean, if HellStar doesn't come up with some points here, that could be the game for sure. It's already at the 5-minute mark.
They've got that one defensive stop and a touchdown, but for sure they need to get something going offensively and get some consistency here.
So coming up next, we're going to get Hustle Inc., a team out of Atlanta, against another LA team, Trillion Boys, team you're familiar with.
Oh yeah, it's really Trilly. So I'm really cool. I'm really glad that they took the trip out from Southern California and just out here not shying away from competition. Right, you got a lot of teams that stayed home in California, and they are one who came out here and they're ready to compete.
Oh, almost intercepted. That's going to bring up third down. They got to get to the 25 to keep possession.
I look at it right there, and it looks like Laporte kind of stared down the receiver right there, and any good DB is going to break on that, and that was a great break by the DB. Who was that?
It's so hard to see numbers.
There's two number zeros, so I believe it was one of the number zeros.
Looked like it might have been Larry Moon the third. IMG Academy, kid out of Pennsylvania area, started at Ali Kippa.
Now they're playing off Cold Heart, so let's see what HellStar can do here.
Throw it. Gotta get to the 25. That's going to be tough. Doesn't get there.
No, it looks like HellStar slowed down a little bit on offense. They started out really quick, and that's another thing about switching guys in and out and getting a rhythm early. But like I said, a lot of these teams are trying to shake the cobwebs out in this first game of the day, so I'm not surprised to see a little bit of fluttering here and there.
And all the games today will determine seeding for tomorrow's knockout round, and it'll be a good test to get a look at all these teams. And Taylor still in at quarterback. See, that's what I'm doing here is you're just picking up chunk yards where you don't want to get in a situation where it's third down and you got to pick up 15 yards.
Absolutely. Taylor looks impressive, man.
Nice,
I really like his arm and his accuracy. I so far, I know this is our first game, but I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up being the best quarterback out here.
There's Quentin Burrell again. Second touchdown connection for those two. And, Trey Taylor, he was in the mix to be the Illinois MaxPreps Player of the Year last season, had a tremendous junior year. Transferred over to Millard South, who's become a huge, big-time program in the state of Nebraska. He's committed to Nebraska, so figured he'd go play college a little closer to Lincoln.
A lot of the times when you see a quarterback that's got a lot of velocity on his ball, his ability to throw that touch pass isn't really there. That was one of the prettiest touch passes I've seen in a while. Right on the money.
Going for two. Oh, just out of reach. So 22-9 lead for Cold Hearts.
Now, I'll tell you one thing, Zach, right there that I dislike about 7-on-7. The receiver went up with one hand right there when he easily could have went up with two hands. So receivers, if you're out there watching, the one-hand catch looks cool, but guess what? The college coach wants both your hands up there, so get two hands on the ball.
You don't care about the retweets and the likes and
none of that stuff matters when you're grinding for what's a scholarship worth over 5 years? You know, $250,000, $300,000. You're saving your parents all that money on a free education. Get both hands up there.
Dave Ron getting the series here for HellStar. They got to score, and they got to score quick. We're into the 2-minute mark.
And there are things like that, like you spoke of earlier, you know, how a 7-on-7 changed. It's changed somewhat in that regard, too, because you've got a lot of kids who are able to play 7-on-7 who don't necessarily play on their high school teams during the season, who may have never scored a touchdown in a high school game, but they can come out here in 7-on-7 and get some reps, maybe on the A team or the B team, and just have fun playing football.
The funniest thing to me is it's always been, it's like people act like you got to choose one or the other when you can like both.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tabron, dump down. That's going to be a first down and more. Gets to about the 20.
We got about a minute left, so it's going to be pretty tough for HellStar to make the comeback.
I believe that was DeMario Hall on the catch. Hard to see these numbers, man. So we got under a minute left. Unless some crazy miracle happens, Cold Hearts could have walked out of this one 1-0 to start. Tabron, 5-star Cass Tech quarterback, throws it up. Touchdown.
What a throw right there. I mean, a little bit too late, but good to see HellStar get on the board.
Yeah, disrupted and perfect. It's hard to see who that was. I believe that was Hayden Koo. Yeah, that was Hayden Koo. He was a late ad. Stud out of Tustin High School down in SoCal, and that's the game.
What's your takeaway, Zach, from this game?
I like what I'm seeing from Trey Taylor. He's going to be – I wouldn't be surprised if Cold Hearts wins this thing. I mean, you got Trey Taylor at quarterback along with Crinkston Pryor, two stud quarterbacks. But you look at the receiving core that Trey Taylor has. Imagine if they had Easton Royal as well. They're going to be a tough team to beat. And their defense got some stops and they needed as well.
Yeah, it's amazing missing one of your best players, a 5-star.
I mean, Easton Royal, that dude, I don't care what type of football he's playing, he's usually the best player on the field.
The one-handed catch he made in the UA game was insane. And yeah, he's so smooth. You know, you see he's not the biggest guy, 5'11", but size doesn't matter when you're running like that.
So what do we got? Hustle Inc. and Trillion Boys coming up next. This will be a good one too. This time you're going to get Atlanta versus LA. So Florida won the first battle against California. We'll see if California can bounce back against Georgia. And you look at the rosters for these teams. You know, Tony Ballard running Hustle Inc. He's one of the best kind of quarterback trainers in this area. They got a lot of studs, but I love their quarterback, C.J. Cypher. He made some big-time plays at quarterbacks for Carrollton last year as a freshman. He's going to continue just to get better and better. He's already got 19 offers. I can guarantee you by the time he gets his senior year, he's going to have over 35 offers. It'll be one of those situations where he just gets to pick which college he wants to go play for.
Not a bad deal right there when you have, you know, everything laid out in front of you and get to make your choice. HellStar Trillion Boys on the other hand, like you said, the California team now getting to play against this Atlanta team. You've got quarterback Ryan Rakowski from Palos Verdes, who led their team to a championship this last season. Like I said, not the biggest guy in the world, but you know, great quarterback. Throws it on the money, highly accurate, and it's fun to watch him too in 11-on-11 because he can make some moves with his feet as well. You've got a bunch of St. John Bosco guys on this team. You got Dorian Franklin. You've got David Plunkett Jr. You've got a lot of talent on that team.
I was waiting for you to mention David Plunkett Jr., little relation, correct?
I actually fudged his name. He's David Plunkett III.
Okay.
So,
right.
But yeah, he's out here on this Trillion Boys team.
Is messing up the name, man. All
yeah,
right.
Yeah. You can uncle me all you want.
Even when I went out to Bosco too, they were talking about him. So you get to look at another stud receiver in SoCal. You got Quentin Hell. He transferred over to Corona Centennial. He is going to be a big-time playmaker for head coach Matt Logan. committed to USC. I think he's a dude who's going to put on a show here these next 2 days.
Corona Centennial they're getting all the guys back. For years, those dudes were going to Mater Dei and going to Bosco, but it's actually good to see Centen pulling some of the local guys back in.
Yeah, and, it's nice to see parity in SoCal again, too, because you saw Santa Margarita last year. They won their first state title since 2011. And, you're down in SoCal. You live in that area, too, so you see it firsthand.
It got a little old seeing, Mater Dei and Bosco there every single season. Yeah. So, absolutely. Kids are going back to public schools. They're transferring elsewhere. I feel like, especially with 7-on-7, too, and how the recruiting happens here, a lot of these high school teams have realized you don't have to be on a huge team just to get noticed. And you can be a big fish in a small pond or a small fish in a big pond. It's your choice.
Yeah. No, it definitely is, man. It's nice to see parity, too, even across the whole country. So that's nice.
Well, I'm looking forward to this game for sure. I know that they've got a lot of guys on both squads that have the ability to make some big-time plays, but we haven't had our first deep ball of the day.
Yeah.
And maybe Trilly or maybe Trilly's going to do it for us. See who starts off on offense first. One thing that I like about Trillion is they're definitely stacked on the defensive side. We've got our first interview coming in.
Yeah, that should be a fun one here. And hey, we got a special guest here, Jameer Brown, joining us, and nice first game, man. Easy dub for you guys.
Yeah.
Trey Taylor sure doing his thing out there, huh?
Oh yeah, great quarterback. Yeah.
So how fun is this for you guys, dude, to come out to ATL, man, and put on?
It's real fun, we all like to travel just to compete. So
yeah.
Just, us being there with each other playing one more year because we ain't playing after this year. So
what are you guys doing? What are you guys doing now? You guys just kind of watching all these other teams, taking some notes?
Yeah, so right now we're about to eat.
Okay.
We get back on right after this game.
Yeah.
So
well, hey, we won't keep you long, man. I know you got to go eat and refresh, so.
Break down one of those plays out there. What was your favorite route of the game?
Right now, I ran the corner a couple of times, so probably the corner route. I was open a couple of times. I was open a couple of times on the dig, too, just a lot of miscommunication. But, it's the first game, so we're going to get it fixed for the rest of the game and for tomorrow.
Well, Trey's looking nice out there, so I'm sure he's not going to, have any shortage of balls coming your way. But you guys look great out there. Great win in the first round.
He trying to convince you to go to Nebraska or what?
Not as much, but he still tries to.
Yeah.
Who do you got in this game right here?
We got Hustle Inc. and Trillion Boys.
I'm going to go Trilly.
Okay.
Trilly they got a decent squad, good quarterback. I'm going to have Trilly on this one.
In your opinion, percentage-wise, how important is the quarterback to a win or a loss in 7-on-7?
It's important. The quarterback got to get you the ball, but at the same time, you got to help the quarterback out too. So I think it's kind of like 50-50 really. Like y'all kind of help each other out. Y'all got to be on the same page every time, every step of the way. So it's kind of both. How
hard is it for you guys too? Because 7-on, they're switching quarterbacks in and out. Is it hard to kind of develop that rhythm when you got Kingston coming in and you got Trey? I know they're both studs, so it makes it a little easy. But how difficult is that for a receiver?
The only difference is just like how hard the ball comes. Trey throw the ball very hard compared to Kingston. Yeah. Kingston still gets it there too, but I think just on the timing wise, it's kind of the same really. But sometimes Kingston, they both just have days where it's like we all miscommunicate or we mess up. But when we all on the same page, it's never really a problem.
Yeah.
What are you working on out here specifically? You're a receiver, obviously. Playing tackle football, that's what your scholarships are for. But how is 7-on-7 helping you refine your game for the tackle season?
One main thing is compete, but everything else just learning how to play football. You can play football, be good at football, but you also got to have knowledge with it. So really just learning stuff as I go on with it. Our coaches, they're really big on that. They teach us. We watch film. They kind of take it seriously because they just want to get us prepared when we go to college. So just to learn as we go on.
Yeah, speaking of college, what can Ohio State fans expect from you, man?
Oh, they're gonna get a dog out of me. Also a great kid.
How fun is it seeing all the production Ohio State is having with all these wide receivers that send it to the league?
It's great because I have a chance to be one of those receivers to go in the first round. So I can't wait to get there.
Yeah. All right, Jameer, we'll let you get some food, man. Thanks for joining us, man. Appreciate it. Yeah.
Appreciate you. Thank you, man. Perfect. Thank you, brother.
Now it's Jameer Brown, senior, going to be a senior next year at Big Walnut.
Could be a college freshman now. I mean, standing right next to a big-time Ohio State receiver like that, with myself playing receiver in college, right? You look at a kid like that who's coming up through the ranks, and they're just built different these days.
So you're going to look at Trillium boys with the offense first.
Had a big misconnection there in the end zone. DB made a good play. It was a tight window. But like I like to say as a receiver, if you get your hands on the ball, you better catch it.
And this is, if you're a USC fan, this is a game for you, man. You got Quentin Hell, USC commit, Aaron Washington, formerly at Modern Day, now at IMG, a USC commit, and also Eli Woodard.
And then we got Chris Hawkins coaching on that team, who's a former USC football player.
Back
former
shoulder.
coach at Arizona State.
Incomplete, so.
That was a great pass, though.
That was. I mean, he put in the spot, only his receiver could get it, couldn't come up with it, so it's going to be a stop for Tony Ballard and his Hustle Inc. squad. I believe his 15U team won this last year.
And they got some of those guys on this roster this year, right?
Yeah.
Coming back. Now, we're going to go drip check right here. We're going to go drip check between
This one's easy
Hustle
for me.
Inc. and Trilly. You know what? I can't pick. I like both of these uniforms.
Bro,
I'm going to be honest.
You're a little biased towards SoCal, so just say
I
you
like the
rock
pink
with
ones,
Trilly.
too. No, I don't.
I like Trilly on
I'm
this
leaning
one.
towards the pink on this one. I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah, look at CJ Cypher. 4 seconds.
Now there's where I think Trilly is going to give people problems. Is their defensive backfield is incredible. They've got kids out of Modern Day. You got Isaiah Dans. You got Derek Coleman out of Gardena Serra. Quentin Hale, you already mentioned, out of Corona Centennial. Orange Lutheran safety, King Baraka Kizzy.
He's a stud, class of 2029.
The defensive
Aaron
backfield.
Washington, Prime Williams from Santa Margarita. Cypher rips it.
On cue. It was time.
Yep.
But these DBs are strapping up. I'm really excited to actually watch Trilly on defense. I think that 24K might end up being the most exciting offense, but watching Trilly boys in this first possession is
Looks
pretty
like that
impressive.
was Kingston Fatu there on the INT. Another SoCal boy, obviously, from Tustin High School.
Tustin, the home of Josh and Jack Supin from Trillium Boys, the two coaches for Trillium Boys out of Tustin High School. Rakowski is a decorated guy in the 11-on-11 scene, and he's an impressive 7-on-7 quarterback as well. He's one of the kids that I've seen play who can do things similarly in 11-on-11 football as he does in 7-on-7, and that's pretty cool to watch.
So been a defensive battle here, 3-2. Trilly's got the lead with the INT as opposed to the defensive stop. That's 4 seconds.
Now, one area where I don't see a ton of guys on Trillium Boys is in the receiver corps. They do got some big-name guys with some offers, but as far as standing out like their defense does, Trilly's going to have to step it up on offense if they want to.
Yeah, Quentin Hell's really the top target for Trilly. He's a top 60 player, a USC commit. I mean, I can't wait to see what he does at Corona Centennial.
We've got Eli Woodard out of Chaparral.
Another USC commit as well.
Yeah, we'll definitely like to see how he performs out here. But with Ryan Rakowski at quarterback, he's going to definitely spread the ball around.
See, that's smart right there. You got to get to the 25, get the first down. Get it to the 24, first down, 3 new downs to get to the 10.
That's one thing I like that Jameer Brown talked about. He talked about the mental aspect of the game and stepping up his football IQ out here and just learning more. And it's always refreshing to talk to a young player who's eager to learn the game.
And you look at Ryan Rakowski, too. This is a guy who's played a lot of football. I believe he started all 3 years of his high school career so far. Nearly 7,000 yards passing, 71 touchdowns. He's got 15 offers, Ole Miss, Arizona, and Auburn, a few that have offered Ryan Rakowski. Palos Verdes High School.
He's a gamer. He kind of reminds me a bit, stature-wise, of like a Tate Martell.
Yeah, Tate, man. He was that dude.
Impressive, man, for sure. And I think the days of smaller quarterbacks not being able to get to the next level are over. If you've got the skill set and you've got the football IQ, you can definitely be there. So don't count yourself out if you think you're that 5'11" or 6-foot guy. Drew Brees, for example, another quarterback who's definitely not big in stature but slaying the rock.
The game has changed so much for quarterback. It's a lot more kind of spread where it allows those smaller quarterbacks to really be successful.
And then the protection of the quarterback at the next level too, right?
Thank you, Tom Brady. Rakowski throws it up. Incomplete pass. Nice coverage on the play.
That was tough because you look at there's 2 receivers over there and you got 5 DBs. So on a play like that, was it forced? One thing that about 7-on-7 too that you got to factor in is how often you're getting feedback from right behind your ear at the quarterback, right? And I'm not sure what's going on down on the field. We can't see it, but a lot of the times those teams that succeed more are the teams that just let their quarterback flow.
Let me ask you this real quick too: how much time do these guys have practicing together?
Big factor with these super teams, and it's something that you look at with, for example, like
Rakowski rips it. That one's intercepted. That's going to be
number 18.
That's going to be 3 points for hustling. Bryce Willingham.
That was a great pick. It looked like he forced that again. The DB was standing right in front of the receiver. Maybe checked down to his last read and just forced the issue right there. It's tough in 7-on-7. You don't necessarily think to just kill the ball like you do in 11-on-11 because you don't want to throw a pick. So, you're not going to see many quarterbacks turf the ball.
Well, for the deep ball.
Looks like Dorian Franklin out there in coverage for Chamblee.
Bosco kid.
Yes, sir. He's got some speed on him. Definitely plays the ball well. I like that he didn't interfere with the receiver. Yeah. Sometimes, especially in 7s, a DB gets beat and he goes to grab. And especially, as a former wide receiver, I feel like DBs hold on every single play anyway. So
they're holding on every play. It's just a matter if you get caught.
That's it. You got to learn how to fight through it. That's, one thing with these younger receivers. You get grabbed, you got to fight through it and get into your route. Looks like Trilly's over here playing some press coverage.
Yeah. So now be 3rd down. Got to get to the 25 for the 1st down.
Well, look at their defensive coach, right? Their DB's coach is Chris Hawkins, coached at the college level, coached at every other level. His younger brother, Armon Hawkins, is the DB's coach at North Carolina with Belichick.
Incomplete. That'd be 2 points for Trilly, 5-5. Sorry, interrupt you. Go back.
No, not at all, man. That's a quick one again. Yeah. Trilly's defense is, from the outset, the first possession they looked impressive, and they just keep getting more and more impressive. We've got a backflip coming off the field. That's 7-on-7. It's exciting out here. It's stuff like that.
Have fun, man. That's Aaron Washington. He used to be at Modern Day, transferred to IMG, been playing a senior year there.
Like what we were saying, right, with some of these super teams, when you don't have much practice and you don't have much team chemistry, it's hard to get on the same page. And we saw that with IMG last year. They actually, didn't do as well as they have in the past. And sometimes
they still undefeated, still didn't lose a game.
But the margin of victory wasn't as pronounced, right? I feel like you need to catch up. I feel like when you get a new batch of kids in, you need about a year to catch up and then to get that chemistry together.
Great throw right there from Rakowski hitting Quentin Hill. USC fans, man, you're going to love this dude. He's the stud, and I think his name's going to get even bigger when he gets to a program like Corona Centennial with that Cathedral. So we might actually get some offense points here, AP.
It's looking like it. We're tight. We're in that zone right here where it gets a little tighter, and let's see if these receivers can get open.
There it is. Touchdown.
And perfect ball, too. Got the ball right out in front of the receiver where only he could make the catch. And the receiver did an amazing job of snatching that with his hands and not bringing it into his body, making that strong-handed catch.
It looked like the 2030 standout, Kyan Callis. So still not even a freshman yet. I mean, he's going to be a guy, a lot of teams are going to want him to play for their high school. I mean, if you're on the 7-on team here and you're class of 2030, you got some talent. Rakowski, nice throw back to the end zone. Quentin Hill, that'll be good for 1 point. So 12-5 lead for Trilly.
I like that route there. You've got the receiver on the backside, running a dig, coming in, getting behind the defense, and Rakowski just waited for him to get open and just floated it in.
I think Rakowski's going to be one of those guys, too. As the senior year gets here and season starts, I think you're going to start seeing more offers come in for Rakowski. I like a lot of things that he does. He does a good job looking over the field. I know it's 7-on. It's a little different than 11-man football, but he's got some nice vision. CJ Cypher.
Here it is again. Another dead ball. So if you're looking at these DBs and, led by Chris Hawkins, I bring up his name again, played at Rancho Cucamonga, played at USC. great player. He's got these DBs locked in, bump and run, press coverage, and it's hard to get into your route with 3.5, 4 seconds when you're getting pressed.
I mean, you're probably too old, so you didn't really play 7-on football. It wasn't really a thing back when you were playing. But what do you think would be the biggest adjustment for guys playing 7-on as opposed to 11-man football? It'll be third down, got to get to the 25 here to keep it going.
I think it's, for the receivers, it's being very technical in your routes, running routes with speed. In 11-on 11 football, you might have a run play, and a receiver might not come off the line with speed. Out here, you got to come off the line with speed every single time. Yeah. So there's definitely a stamina factor, but I like to see players just working on their technical aspects of their game.
And Coach Ballard was telling me to watch out for number 1, Lanson Simmons, see if Cypher looks for him. Looks like we might get interference here. No flag on the play. And
you know what? As a receiver, I still feel like he may have gotten away with that. I don't know. I didn't see a hold. He may have gotten a hold on the backside with that back arm. But typically, a DB is going to put that back arm, and if the ref notices it, he's going to throw that flag. But again, lockdown DBs for Trilly.
Yeah,
that was number
6. I like what Trilly's doing on the defense.
Isaiah
side.
Dan's out of Modern Day.
Yeah, a nice play right there. And see if Modern Day has a. It's funny though. They lost 3 games last year, but all of them were winnable games that they had. Everyone's acting like Modern Day was down. They just got beaten in games that were very winnable for them.
It looks like they lost Aaron Washington to IMG, but they gained Dan's.
Yeah.
So 2029 with Dan's, it looks like he's going to fill that role.
Yeah,
pretty
still
nicely.
got Danny Lang there. Got a bunch of Ace Latule in the secondary as well. They still got some dudes for sure. So that was a big stop, though, for Trilly. I mean, that puts Hustle Inc. in a tough spot here as we're nearing the 6-minute mark. It's a 2-score game.
You look at Hustle Inc. They have 0 points on offense. So right now, Trilly's defense is pitching a shutout, and that's pretty impressive in 7-on 7, especially with the caliber of players on each team.
And we'll see how this factors in, too, but Trilly just plays 1 quarterback. So you might see him get into a better rhythm as well. Going for Quentin Hill.
See, now again, that's happened a lot, Zach. So you look at the 2 receivers right there; they were in the same exact spot.
Yeah.
So in my opinion, you've got one receiver that's supposed to veer out more and take the pressure off of the inside receiver running that vertical route. But again, cobwebs, first day. Hopefully they'll watch some film and get that corrected.
That looked like that was Caden Battle, soon to be senior at McEachern High School. He's already got 19 offers. Made a nice play on the ball there on Quentin Hill. So Trilly's got to get to the 25 and keep this drive going.
Looks like we've got Nephew out there in the slot.
There you go. So that'll be 2 points for Hustle Inc. That gets them right back in the game. So now they can get a touchdown here and decide if they want to try and tie it or go for the lead, and could very well be the win. So 5 minutes left. I mean, they could take the whole 5 minutes on this running clock.
Didn't think we were going to get this great of a game this early.
Yeah.
Right? This is a great matchup right here. It looks like Trilly's bouncing off a little bit with their DBs. They're not playing press coverage right now, giving some room.
Cypher.
Oh, wow.
Oh, almost intercepted. I mean, these guys, it's really not on Cypher. Their receivers having a tough time getting open against this Trilly secondary. And 2, I always forget how the scoring works. So defensive stop, you get 2 points, interception, 3 points. So when you're on defense, you can turn those points in real quick, and then you get a chance on offense.
You got Isaiah Dan's out there again, making another play. So, I mean, what's that, his 3rd play he's made so far, 2nd or 3rd big play?
He's been a stud, man. This secondary is no joke.
I like the way that they're communicating. If you watch the defense before the play, everyone's talking, giving each other their assignments. Talking in football, talking on the field is always impressive, especially at this age, and having that communication.
Jordan Christie on the reception. And see, that's the stuff I've been a little more surprised that Hustle's not doing is they're trying to make these big plays. Instead, pick up positive yards, get first downs.
Yeah, the pressure seems like it's on right now, but I don't think that they realize it's only a 7-point game, right?
Yeah.
It seems a lot more of a point gap than that.
Yeah, because it's tough, too, when you're down there. I mean, obviously, you got your coaches probably telling you, hey, this is a score. But as a player, you can't just look up the scoreboard, see how much time's left. I mean,
that's the nerve-wracking part,
yeah.
Right? Being on the field, you've got players constantly asking the referees for time. Yeah. What's the time? And that is an anxiety-inducing part of 7-on 7. Oh, pick. Oh, see.
I mean, it is, yeah.
He ran the route for him.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look
the
at that,
kind of slick come have his break too. It was tough.
Yep. Yeah, this is going to be a great day to watch offenses and defenses out here at the sevens. If you haven't tuned in yet, if you've got friends or family who love 7-on-7 football, make sure you send them to the MaxPreps YouTube channel ASAP to lock in with myself and Zach Poff, because we're bringing you some great games here from Georgia.
Yeah, I think that was Dante Wright on the INT. He's a Long Beach Poly dude, committed to Georgia. You got a 17-7 lead here for Trilly. It's looking good for the boys from LA. They got to get one back for HellStar, because Florida got the best of them in the first game. So
there it is, Cali.
We're going to get to see that matchup here. That'll be the fourth game. Get LA versus LA. That'll be a fun one.
Seems like they've got some of their other guys in now, trying to get some reps on this last possession. 7-on-7, like I said, when you're coming off the ball hard on every single play as a wide receiver, you got salmon as a factor. So rotating guys in and out, having fresh guys is definitely what you need. Right here, I would treat this kind of like the end of a 11-on-11 football game, being the coach.
Yeah. You
just want to run the clock out. You want to basically take it all the way down to the play clock, snap it with 1-2 seconds left. You get one first down, game's pretty much done. We got a motion here. Rakowski's probably just going to check down to something short here.
So we got Cam Newton's team coming up next. C1N, and they'll be playing Cold Hearts, who you saw in the first game. It'll be a fun matchup. C1N's got Derek Baker at quarterback, Tennessee commit. Used to be at St. Thomas Aquinas. Played his junior season at Milton last year. Battled through some injuries, though.
You can just tell, how long Cypher's sitting in the pocket, that these guys are blanketed. He's taking time, and he's patting the ball, finally getting it off. It's definitely difficult to get open against these DBs.
That was a strong throw, but pass falls incomplete.
Looked like ref was almost going to call that, but he deferred to the ref at the goal line, and neither of them called that. I like that the refs are letting the wide receivers and the DBs play a little bit here, because nothing's egregious.
Yeah, I was a little worried that first game. We saw a couple flags early on, but yeah, 7-on football, unless it's obvious. Just keep the laundry in your pocket. Cypher, little touch. Speaking of letting them play, that one was pretty obvious.
You know what? It's do you give up a touchdown or do you hold, right? And as a DB, you don't want to give up those points. That's one thing about 7-on-7 too. It's not like you're getting spot fouls or the ball is at the 1 yard line on an interference in the end zone.
Yeah.
So probably the smart play right there.
And I believe that might be the final play, I'm guessing.
Yeah, we got 2 seconds. It's over. There's no clock stoppages, so looks like they might be letting them get one play off, which isn't going to affect the score.
Yeah.
But it will affect brackets, right?
Yeah. If there is pass interference in the end zone, it's automatically at the 1.
Okay. And now that's where you got to.
Yes.
And so that's where I think 7-on-7 needs some progression.
Yeah.
Right. In FHS, we have nationwide rules.
Yeah.
Right. There needs to be a national body, governing body.
Exactly, because with 11-man football, you got all the state associations that handle all the rules for each state. Here, it's a little different. Every kind of organization just says, we're going to do this. Where it's difficult, you just want it to be the same everywhere.
I do like the defensive stop points and the interception points. I feel like 7-on-7, became very offensive heavy, and I like that the defense is getting rewarded for those sorts of things.
That one's incomplete. That's it. So that's going to be a dub for Trilly boys.
That was impressive. I'm interested to see if there's going to be any defenses or other offenses. First of all, that 24K offense with Trey Taylor, super impressive. Even talking to Jameer Brown, I mean, you can tell the velocity on his ball from up here.
Yeah.
But when Jameer is talking about it, it just confirms your thoughts. That ball is traveling pretty fast.
So coming up next, we're going to get Cam Newton's spot, C1N. They got some studs too. Nick Lanier, 5-star wide receiver, was playing at Miami Northwestern, now at Carroll City. You got Kamari Dorsey, another 5-star. He plays out here in Georgia at Hampton. Texas A&M commit. And they also got Travis Hunter's little brother, Travis Hunter.
Yeah, we've got Travis out here. I've never had a chance to see him live in
Smooth,
7-on-7
He's a
or
good router.
pads.
He's just a little undersized, but he's smooth, man. He's a really good route runner.
Great hands from what I've seen on tape.
They got Derek Baker at quarterback, another Georgia boy.
Caleb Cooper, another impressive player, listed as an athlete out of Providence today, but with 19 offers, he's definitely attracted the attention of a lot of college coaches.
Yeah. Big fan of DeMarcus Van Dyke, too, class of 2029. He's making plays last year as a freshman at Chamblee High School out in Tampa. But it'll be interesting, too, to see how this one goes, too, because, Cold Hearts just played recently, so they got the juices flowing.
Yeah, again, they shook off the cobwebs in that first game. So coming in, playing your first game against a team that's already got one round in is definitely going to be a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, I didn't see what the schedule was on Phil, too, so I'm not 100% sure if C1N's played yet, but it'll be interesting to see how it goes.
You got Tennessee commit Derek Baker on here. He's only a 3-star in the rankings, but he's a Tennessee commit, right? So you look at the history of the quarterbacks that Tennessee has brought into that program. Even though he is a 3-star, sometimes I like to say the rankings don't matter, and I believe that a college head coach knows more than most people. Yeah. So them bringing him in, I think, is definitely going to be a plus. He looks impressive on film.
Yeah, you're just getting look at him on the screen there. He's in the all black. He's built like a tight end. Last year played their season opener at Buford, and I think he ran for like 80 yards. But obviously that doesn't matter. You're playing 7 on football, but he is an athlete that can make plays. He's also a big-time quarterback. He's strong. He can move. He's got a very good arm. He's going to be fun to see here. And it's always nice when you got Cam Newton coaching you up as well.
Definitely not bad to have somebody like that in your corner. I know C1N and Cam Newton, he's been on the circuit forever. I remember him 14 years ago out at IMG, short-haired Cam, back when I was short-haired AP as well. But, he's always been heavily involved in the 7-on-7 scene. If I were to estimate how much money Cam Newton has poured into these players and them getting better and the travel and everything 7-on-7 that he's done, I don't know if you could put a number on it, but he's definitely dedicated to the scene, and he's brought a lot of stature to 7-on-7.
Yeah, no, and just what he's done for this community as well, in the Atlanta area and the state of Georgia. So it's been great. So we got Atlanta versus Orlando coming up next. We got Maddox Porter getting ready to put on a headset and join us here. If you want to come around right there, perfect. So how great is this, man? We got our MaxPreps National Freshman of the Year. How's it been so far here for you today, Maddox?
It's been amazing. The environment has been great.
Yeah. So have you guys played on field 2 yet, or?
Yeah, we just won our game.
Okay. How'd it go? You making plays?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Hey, can you scoot down just a tad, Aaron? Get us out here. So what's the difference for you? You're playing 11-man all year and you come to 7-on. What's the transition for you doing that?
I try not to do too much, still football at the end of the day. Just come out here and handle my business.
So who are you guys kind of watching at this tournament?
Like teams?
Yeah.
I want to play Trillium Boys.
Okay.
And HellStar.
Okay. He's going for the 2 SoCal boys.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I respect
is that a big competition between California and other states? And I know us from our side on the West Coast, we feel like Cali ball is the best. But who's got the best football in your opinion?
I think the South for sure.
Okay.
South.
Tennessee's, a good spot too.
Oh yeah, we making it up in the ranks.
You guys had a great year. Won state title. Battleground Academy doing big things out there. I know you obviously got Baylor out there as well and some other big-time programs. What's really the difference, though? Why doesn't Tennessee get talked about like Georgia, Florida, and Texas and these other states?
I just say, we don't got the recognition as, like, I would say other teams, stuff like that.
You look at Derek Baker at quarterback. C1N.
What are you working on the most out here, Maddox, as far as fine-tuning your game during the 7-on-7 season?
Me playing up, trying to be physical and not let them push me around.
Now, are you doing anything else in the off season? Any track and field, any speed work, anything like that?
It's baseball season right now, so yeah, I'm playing baseball.
What do you outfielder or what do you play?
Third base.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
What would you say to a lot of the young players out there? I myself played baseball coming up. I look at one of the greatest dual sport athletes of all time, Deion Sanders. Outfielder, translates to football. How does your baseball play translate to the football field?
I would say baseball has a lot to do with hand-eye coordination, and just getting as much reps as I can out there can translate over to the football field.
Would you recommend to other high school athletes that play in other sports is a key factor? Or there's a lot of kids that play just one sport, but what's kind of the difference? You think that you're better off playing multiple sports or focusing on one?
I'd say playing multiple sports. It just helps you with everything you do. You might not realize it, but it's definitely helping you.
So I know you were only a freshman last year, but which colleges are starting to show a lot of interest in you, and vice versa? Which colleges are you really interested in?
Tennessee, Oregon, Georgia, Alabama, and FSU.
Now, which coaches have shown the most interest in you? Who would you say is recruiting you the most heavily right now?
Probably Coach Pope over at Tennessee and Coach Douglas over at Oregon.
That's going to be tough for Tennessee, man. They can't let you get out of the state. So they're going to be coming down you hard, man. And, you guys got a very good team. What are you looking forward to next year with Battleground Academy? Because you got a lot of good players coming back with you as well.
I would just say staying level-headed. You just come out here and step on everybody's neck.
So is Drew Brees helping your guys' team a little bit, coaching, or no?
No.
Okay. Because we had it written down that Drew Brees is maybe helping MFTK a little bit, but
I haven't seen him.
Okay.
Now, we got a Tennessee quarterback commit out here, right?
Yeah, Derek Baker.
How do you feel about Derek Baker? Have you guys got to play together?
Nah, but I'm not going to say it's official, but we supposed to play Milton, so
Oh, okay.
I definitely want to see that.
We might have to get that for our MaxPreps game of the week next year.
Oh, yeah.
See that? We got guys in the booth, and we're getting insider info here.
Yes, sir.
That pass goes incomplete from Baker.
Now, who are you most excited to match up against out here? There's a ton of five-star talent out here, a lot of D1 recruits. Have you been wolfing online with anybody back and forth, or excited to play against any of these guys?
I haven't really been too much talking. That's just not me. But I would say Aaron Washington from Trillium Boys.
Yep.
I want to play against him.
That's why you're calling out Trillium, huh?
Yeah. I competed with him against SFE in Battle Miami.
Yeah.
National the rematch.
Modern day dude now at IMG. I got to ask you too, man. What was that like hearing you were going to be the MaxPreps freshman of the year last year?
Oh yeah, it was definitely. I was definitely excited hearing that. I mean, just all the hard work I've been putting in just finally paid off.
Yeah.
Now they called that incomplete.
They called that incomplete. I thought that was a tutty.
You know what? The ref's right there. So if he was bottling in the end zone, what I would like to see is
look at the replay right there. Oh yeah, that was incomplete. It bounced out of his hands.
Yeah.
Now, one of those camera guys sitting down in the back is not really in a great position.
All right, Maddox, I know you got a busy day, man. We'll let you get out of here. Appreciate your time.
Nice talking with you.
Yeah,
Thank you, Maddox. Appreciate it.
So you got Cold Hearts with the ball. 2-0. Trey Taylor. He's got a receiver open. That one's incomplete. So it'll be third down. They got to get to the 25. So see if C1N can get a stop here and even up the score.
Well, we got some deep balls now.
Yeah.
I mean, Trey Taylor
That was a great ball.
Oh, he put that on the money. This kid, every throw he makes, he gets more and more impressive.
It looked like that was going towards Jaden Upshot, too, on the touchdown attempt.
Now, you look at a guy like Maddox Porter, who we have in here, right?
Crazy how big he is.
I said Jameer Brown's big, right? And he's about 6'3".
He's got length for sure.
More impressive, too, playing third base at that size.
That's why I thought he was an outfielder, because of his size. Taylor, third down. And bobbled, incomplete.
That was a tough one because it looked like it could have hit the receiver who was underneath, and he let the ball go through, but
trying to get
another laser.
Guidry on the pass. So 2-2. 2 points for C1N.
So we've got all defense so far out here, which isn't a bad thing because you're putting points on the board with defense.
Yeah, C1N too. They got some stud receivers: Nick Lanier, Travis Hunter.
Looks like we got Travis in the slot right here, running up the middle of the field.
That one goes incomplete.
One thing that I do like to see in 7-on-7, especially receivers, sometimes you know whether or not the scheme is for you. If you know the play call is for you, if you got a combo route on one side. I like to see guys running their routes as hard as they can on every play. Because the truth be told, if you get checked down or if the receiver or if the quarterback has to hit his third option, you got to be ready for the ball. So I'm definitely watching those details.
Yeah, these games too, they go quick. I mean, we're already almost halfway done. This is the third game of 7 we're showing on our MaxPreps YouTube channel. Thanks for checking us out. I'm Zach Poff here with Aaron Plunkett, bringing you all 7 games. Aaron's doing the first with me, first 4. It's going to be a first down for C1N. And Sean Dupree will be joining me for the final 3, and we'll be here tomorrow from the round of 16 on.
I don't know how much Cam's going to like this drib check, but we're going drib check of C1N versus Cold Hearts. I'm going Cold Hearts this time.
Yeah, Cold Hearts 2-0 for me.
Yeah. So far, Cold Hearts is winning the drib check. You guys can let us know in the comments who do you think has the best 7-on-7 uniforms out here. Yeah, we've got something going for C1N. We've got a drive. We've got a first down. So let's see if they can turn this into some points.
Yeah, get a look at Derek Baker. And that's going to be just shy of the 10, I believe. So we'll see where they're going to give him the first down, looks like. So
the toughest thing for quarterbacks at any level is just making your reads.
Yeah.
And it's really difficult not to stare down a receiver. I mean, you look at college and pro quarterbacks, sometimes they look down a receiver for too long. So for high school kids who aren't as developed and don't have as much experience, it's even harder. But one thing I like to look at is how long is a quarterback spending on each read, and the ones that can bounce through their progression more rapidly usually are more successful.
Yeah. Baker's got to get rid of it quick. And that's going to be just outside, about the 2-yard line. Second down.
Seems like that play clocker, that timer was a little bit long on that.
I thought he was going to get a 4-second call.
Yeah, so my whole thing is you got a shot clock in basketball, and that shot clock buzzes every time. You get a 4-second shot clock, you put it on the goalpost in 7-on-7, and you never have to worry about that again. It's not up to the discretion of whoever's calling the time. But here we are, we're down inside the 5.
Baker throws it back in the end zone, touchdown.
See the number on that, but that was an impressive catch right there. I mean, anytime that you got the ball coming towards you and you can snatch it with strong hands, that's something that a lot of college recruiters like to see as well.
Yeah, C1N, they don't have numbers. So they're going for 2 points here at the 10-yard line.
So we got Derek Baker here. See what he does.
There it is. Got 2 receivers in the same spot. They're both open.
That touch is impressive.
Yeah.
He's another guy who, with his stature and his size, he's got a cannon on him. But to be able to take some off of it like that, that was a beautiful pass.
And that's the thing with these 7-on tournaments, man. If you have a quarterback that gets in a nice rhythm, that can be the difference.
Absolutely. Like we saw with Rakowski for a little bit, right? He got in that rhythm, but, for Trilly, it's the defense. We'll see who's got better DBs out here. But right now, Trilly's taking the cake.
Kingston Pryor in at quarterback now for Cold Hearts. Just throws it away.
We've got Dante Williams out here, right? At Georgia, the former USC DB coach. He moved down here to the south, and he's got just talent galore, huh?
Hey, this area is as good as any other area in high school football when it comes to producing talent. The Gwinnett County area, man, it's right up there with LA. It's right up there with South Florida, Miami area. It's right up there with Dallas, Fort Worth.
I've learned some tendencies, I would say, over the years of covering this event or events like this, and just nationally with high school football. And you've got certain characteristics of players in certain areas, right? In the South, you've got the bigger guys. You got your linebackers. You got your big time, linemen. But those times are starting to change a little bit. You got quarterbacks coming out of the South. You got big time skill guys. It's not just California, Florida for the skills and the speed. The talent these days is really spread out, I feel like.
Oh, it is for sure. I mean, even just this last year, you saw the parity in high school football where it wasn't just SoCal dominating the rankings. First time ever a team from Georgia finished the year ranked at #1 in MaxPreps.
Yeah, 7-on-7 is actually added to that because, you got players playing year-round. You got players playing with great competition year-round. And then, like you said, with Cam Newton and, Chris Hawkins coaching the DBs with Trilly, you've got great coaching in 7-on-7 in the ranks now. So these players are definitely getting better in the offseason.
It's a good throw from Pryor, but that one falls incomplete. So that'll be another 2 points for C1N. They can get a touchdown on this drive, then that pretty much puts in the bag.
Well, they've really shut down this Cold Hearts offense,
which is hard to do.
Definitely. So C1N, even though we can't see any jersey numbers, they're playing lockdown.
Yeah, Derek Baker's look nice too at quarterback. I mean, they got a bunch of playmakers. Nick Lanier. Great ball for Baker there.
Nice touch on that. Nice corner route by the receiver, and way to secure the catch right there. First down.
Yeah, that's a perfect ball.
That first game, Cold Hearts was playing really hard in that first game, and, playing back-to-back games. Stamina, again, a big factor in 7-on-7 because they're looking a little lethargic on defense right now.
Yeah. And, we brought it up at the start, like, with them playing a game already, help or hurt, and it doesn't look like it's helped them too much.
No, they've kind of they're skipping a beat right now.
That one goes incomplete.
But with 7:24, if they get one stop here, it's 12 to 4, and then they can get in and get a touchdown and tie it up with the 2-pointer. So we've definitely still got a game here.
Yeah, they get a stop right here. They're right back in it. Be a huge difference for Cold Hearts. But Derek Baker, he's been in a nice rhythm here, especially since that last drive.
So, Jess from our social team, she lives out here. She said we've got to try some of the lemon pepper wings while we're here. So I think we might have to have somebody bring us some lemon pepper, Zach. What do you think about that?
I wouldn't say no to it. Baker, incomplete. Nice coverage on the play.
Now, right there, you got hand fighting with the DB right there. The DB made a good play, but as a receiver, when the ball's on the way, you got to cut all that out, and you got to get both hands up to the ball. But DB made a good play. They were both fighting with each other. I think that's why there was a no call.
Yeah, nice job by Zay Hassan. Kid out of Cardinal Gibbons, North Carolina. So this is a big play right here for Cold Hearts. They get a stop right here, get 2 points. Oh, they already did.
We've got some media in the building here, Zach. I saw Scott Schrader out there
chopping up with him
with USC, the USC legend. His father's actually in the USC Hall of Fame.
Oh, wow.
One of the only writers in the USC Hall of Fame.
Not. Makes sense why he loves USC.
Yeah, Scott Schrader, through and through. I'm sure he's happy watching teams like Trilly and stuff out here with all these USC commits.
So big stop for Cold Hearts here. Back to a one-possession game. Trey Taylor back in the quarterback.
Looks like he had that seam route on the backside.
That one goes incomplete. Nice play by the wide receiver there to break up that interception. That would have been a big 3 points for C1N.
It looked like Guidry was separating himself, too, on the backside.
Yeah, that one nearly intercepted.
Guidry's got some speed, man. That kid climbs up the field pretty impressively.
Yeah, 21 offers already.
But yeah, we got a 12-4 game right here. So if Cold Hearts can score and get that 2-point conversion, then we might see our first overtime.
Refs having a discussion. Looks like it's figured out. Let's see if we can see if they try and get Jameer Brown going here on this drive. So I believe there's some sort of penalty on. Yeah, penalty going against C1N.
So we're back to first down here for Cold Hearts.
He's going for it all. Throws it up. That one incomplete, no flag.
Great coverage there. I mean, there's not too much room in that end zone. So I think on that play right there, the quarterback's got to get the ball out of his hands a little bit quicker
Yeah, that was nice coverage on the play. Going for Amari Patterson. Bluffton High School in South Carolina. Looked like there was getting a little handsy there by the DB, but no flag.
For sure. Looks like Cold Hearts is stressing a little bit right now with time. I don't know if they realize that 4 minutes is a decent amount of time to get in and get a score, but if they score too quickly.
But also, too, if you score, tie it up, you get a stop on defense, you take the lead.
There you go. See, that's a big difference, too. I'm not really used to that. Stop is 2 points in 7-on-7. So, yeah, you're right. You tie the game, and your defense can win it for you.
Trey Taylor trying to get the offense set up correct.
Got him.
There it is. Oh, wow.
Wow, that was impressive. See, now that's who I thought he was throwing to originally.
Wow.
Now you got Guidry on the backside.
What a heads-up play by
on the
Lawrence
post.
Britt.
Britt was open off the break, too, and that's who I thought he was going to. But that just goes to show you what I was talking about earlier. No matter if the scheme is to you or not.
The replay right there is that one just deflects up to Lawrence Britt.
If he wasn't in that position, if he didn't run his route hard, he's not in the position to grab that deflection right there and score. But that was impressive.
What a heads-up play there, Lawrence Britt. What awareness.
Looking forward to seeing the field level angle of that, because that was an impressive play right there.
So, Cold Hearts trying to tie it up. Clock just under 3 minutes. Taylor got a receiver wide open. We're all tied at 14.
Did we call?
Or did he say the 4 seconds ran up?
Looks like there was a penalty down here. I believe this ref called a penalty. Maybe he came off the line too soon.
I think, it didn't count, so it's 12-10.
Yeah, so now we got to get a stop to tie it.
Now Cold Hearts got to get a stop. Interception, you take a 1-point lead.
Yeah, and with 2.5 minutes, you probably just got to get a first down for C1N to ice this thing.
And Derek Baker's looked very good here. He's made some good throws. And if you're C1N here, I'm just running short routes, picking up 5 yards here, 5 yards there. No reason to try to go for any big plays. The clock's your best friend right now.
Trey Taylor seemed like he's been forcing it a little bit in this game.
Incomplete pass, nice coverage on the play. Looked like that was Xavier Bowman, Tennessee boy, Knoxville Catholic High School.
Yeah, that was a great defensive play right there. When you're playing that close to the receiver and you're able to play the ball and not grab the receiver and get the penalty and hurt your cause, it's definitely impressive.
Who's impressed you the most so far?
You know what? On the Cold Hearts offense, receiver-wise, I like Guidry.
Yep.
Guidry's got some speed, and he's got extreme size. I definitely like this quarterback. I like Trey Taylor. He's been playing really well. I don't know if the play calling in this last game is really a positive thing for him. I feel like, again, when you've got these super teams and you've got the chemistry that you need between a quarterback and a receiver, it's not easy to put it together in a week. So not to his fault. A lot of the times we're talking about it and you see, 5 DBs in one spot and only 2 receivers. So it's just a matter of them getting on the right page, I believe.
Here we go. If they don't get a first down here, the game's all tied up, 12-12. Baker, and complete interception. So
that's
they take
game
a
over.
1-point lead.
Wow, and there you go.
Wow.
That's nuts. So, like you said, Zach, you win the game with the pick.
Xavier Bowman, man. He made some big-time plays in this game on defense. And that's just tough. Receiver fell down, and Bowman right place, right time, and 13-12 lead for Cold Hearts. They're going to have a good chance to go 2-0.
Now, again, you
Nice
look at it like
right
this.
There from the corner. And people say corners can't catch.
They say that's why he plays defense.
Exactly. Bowman, big-time play right there.
Absolutely. Now, you look at it like this from a coaching perspective, right? And I said not too many quarterbacks are going to turf the ball with nobody open. But in that situation, you got to be told right before that possession to turf anything if a guy's not open, because you can't throw a pick there.
Because at the end of the day, you turn over on downs. The game's tied. You go to overtime. You still got a chance. Interception. Game's over. So we got a walk-off interception right there, AP.
I love it. I love the fact that a defense can win a game in 7-on-7. That's really cool.
It makes it interesting. It always keeps you in the game. Even in the second game, it was a 9-point game, and I forgot if you get a stop, it turns right back into a 1-score game. And we saw it here. Cold Hearts, the first game, the offense really showed out. This time around, it was the defense. So they're going to be a tough team to beat because they're very well versed on both sides of the field.
What I will say about this event, and you're just looking around at the players and the atmosphere, the environment, it's very electric. You got a lot of people out here watching. The kids are pumped because of the competition. But
Dorian hit me up. He said, "Hey, can I come up on a booth?" Yeah, Dorian, if you're listening, man, come up right now. You can jump on with me and Aaron, dude.
That sounds good to me, man. It's always great to talk to one of the Bosco brothers.
Right?
But yeah, it's impressive out here because everybody's just having fun.
Yeah.
There's no fighting. There's no, controversy. There's no arguing with officials. It seems like we've got a really respectful group of players and coaches, and it's definitely a breath of fresh air because we all know sometimes on the 7-on-7 circuit, things can get a little out of hand.
Yeah, and, that brings it back to the great job Nick Hamilton and Z Stewart do is they run it the correct way. They make it easy for media to get here. It's great because, you see the 7 on the scene sometimes. It's just kind of unorganized. This is different. We were told to start right at 105. We started right at 105. So I love that part of it. They do a great job. And, this is really becoming one of the fastest growing 7-on tournaments. It's only the second year they've been doing the 18U. Coastline Stars won it last year. And we'll see who it wins this year. And the winner gets, 20 bands. So
20 racks to win a tournament. I mean, that's not just some chump change.
No.
Now I'm wondering how that's going to get divided up, right? Is there a divvy between the players? Does it get divided equally? But yeah, 20 bands for a 7-on-7 tournament.
I tell you what, if I'm making
cool.
the big plays, I say I want a little more piece of the pie.
Well, when I played, they didn't call it 7-on-7. It was just called passing league. So we had passing league every summer, but you only played against some local schools. Yeah. It was no travel or anything like that. But yeah, to your point, Zach, I missed the boat on the 7-on-7 era.
I guess Dorian can't join us because they're playing next. So we got LA versus LA. This should be fun. Now, this is real bragging rights because they want to rep their same city, same area. They want to show, hey, we're the baddest boys on the block here, man. And Trilly looked good.
They did. They looked impressive on defense, man. And like you said, this is a battle of SoCal right now. And like I said, again, what's impressive is these two teams came from SoCal and didn't shy away from the competition and got out here and wanted to put themselves against the best. And again, that's just impressive on its own. And now watching their DBs led by Chris Hawkins, Trilly's looking good.
Yeah, we'll see too. I mean, HellStar got one game under their belt as well. See if they come out a little different here. Donald Pabron, big-time quarterback, 5-star Cass Tech out in Detroit. See if he can maybe get into a little rhythm.
All these players know each other, too.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of these players, some of these guys are at the same high schools, right? So these kids see each other year-round, 24/7.
Yeah.
And so that, that helps a lot. You got familiarity with players, and then it also helps with schemes. If you know the tendencies of a wide receiver you've played against at DB or vice versa, it's going to help you in 7-on-7 just with your IQ.
Yeah, this has been fun so far. You've been in the trenches for 7-on. I really don't mess with 7-on football a ton. This is my first time even been to a 7-on-7 event, and it's been great. And it's just great to get to see these kids live and in person. It's different than watching them on TV for sure. And it's great to, see what these guys are about and seeing them compete.
Yeah, it's a fun environment. Having that fun brought back into sports. A lot of times people think like, oh, there's too many adults involved. There's not enough fun anymore. Well, come out to a 7-on-7 event and you'll see it. It is a blast out here. There's little kids running around. We've got a DJ and live music. This is a great environment.
Yeah, and shout out to Peachtree Ridge High School too. And it kind of came together a little late, making this the venue, but they've been great. And they got a great coaching staff. They got great people at this school, so it's been fun, man. How great is this campus too? You can't really see it through the broadcast, but they got all the trees surrounding the field. This is great, man.
Yeah, and you walk over, see the tennis courts from here lined with the logos. You go over to the baseball field. Jess and I thought the baseball field was turf, but it was actual real grass that looked like turf. That's how quality these facilities are here.
Yeah, Georgia's, I've always said it. It's right up there with California, Texas, and Florida. It's not the big three. It's the big 4 states. I think those 4 states, you just look at history of players getting drafted from those 4 big states. They produce so much talent. But then when you compare the size of the state of Georgia to a Texas, a Florida, California, it's not even comparable. So it's really crazy.
No, per capita, they're producing much more talent.
And that's what makes like Louisiana so great too, is they're kind of the same. So
Absolutely. And, you look at a state like California, and especially Southern California, you've got so many things distracting you. You know what I mean? You've got the beach right there. You got the Lakers. You got the Clippers. You've got Hollywood. You've got.
I mean, you can mention the Dodgers too.
Yeah, the Dodgers too, right? Yeah, you got the Dodgers winning everything.
Yes.
Absolutely, man. That's not too far from my house. But in LA, there's just a lot going on, and I'm not saying there's not a lot going on out here, but football is religion in the South.
Exactly.
We know how that happens. The whole town shuts down, and everybody's at the game. So I love that atmosphere, and I think that's why a lot of these California kids get attracted to go to schools like Bryce Young going to Alabama, like Najee going to Alabama, like these guys transferring, or not transferring, but going to the South in different states. Yeah, absolutely. The football's different than it is in California.
It
Let's
does
just be honest.
hurt a little bit for me because I'm a USC fan, so I don't like seeing the top talent go from there. But it's nice to see kind of USC getting back on the map. Like, well, they talk about USC, so I won't bore you guys with that. But speaking of USC, you got a lot of USC commits in this game coming up led by Quentin Hell. I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do.
Now, impressive in this last game for Trillium Boys, Dorian Franklin looked good. Isaiah Dance looked really good. The 2029 kid out of Mater Dei had several pass breakups. Who impressed you for Trilly?
Man, they had so many guys making plays. Even Dante Wright made some plays at the end. Quentin Hell, though, was really the guy. I thought he played a really good game for Trilly. Here we go. Game 4.
All right, so here we go. We've got Deshaun Laporte on offense for HellStar. First down right away against Trilly. They're moving the ball. It seems like they might be going with a lot of short routes against these DBs who are super impressive. But Trillium Boys, let's see who can win this battle of Cali, Zach.
Yeah, this is huge, man. This is bragging rights, and all these games matter too because you don't want to get a tough seed for tomorrow. And next thing you know, you got the talent, but you're a 16 seed and you're stuck playing a 1 seed right off the bat.
And then the other team's telling you to call your Uber.
Right?
Yep. You don't want to get told to call your Uber on day 2 of this event. Now let's see what Laporte can do. He's got some talent on that side on offense, but the former Burbank quarterback now at Quartz Hill, it's like he took a little bit too much time right there.
So I believe that'll set up a 3rd down for HellStar. And really, with HellStar, I think their strength is on defense with all the talented corners they have. So if their offense can just get them a touchdown, maybe 2 touchdowns, that puts them in a great spot.
Well, think about Southern California in general, right? You got guys like Madden Williams who graduated. You got a lot of these senior wide receivers. The talent is going off to college. So we're definitely going to have some of these young wide receivers from California step it up and see who's who.
And this is the great thing, man. There's so many college coaches and people that are running the recruiting that are watching this. That one goes incomplete, where if you're a guy that's not getting 20, 30 offers, this is your chance to shine and show you, hey, I can compete against the best talent in the country. That's a turnover on downs. 2 points for Trilly.
And that's the type of player I was, coming up. If you're in a smaller town especially, getting out to these big events and going against those big-name guys is what you thrive for. It's what you go to sleep dreaming about, waking up the next day, getting a catch on a 5-star, getting a catch on a 4-star. And like you said, some of that stuff is going to help your resume. If they've already got the offers and a college coach sees you doing certain things against them, it's going to look good for you. Now, you see how Rakowski goes through his progression?
I mean, that was great.
And it's so quick, it's so calculated, and a lot of these quarterbacks are going through their progression, and they're doing it kind of lackadaisical, and you got to be like Rakowski there, and you got to be calculated.
Yeah, I think Quentin Hell's going to have a huge weekend, man. He was great in the first game for Trilly, and he's really the leader on this very talented receiving corps for Rakowski.
It looks like HellStar's running the zone over here, and Rakowski's going to eat that zone up. If the Trillium Boys receivers, that was David Plunkett the third right there. We got Nephew over there making his first catch.
There it is. What's the ceiling for him?
Honestly, I judge him the same way I judge Adoree Jackson and Juju and every guy I've ever seen. And I look at him right now with the offer from San Jose State and Colorado State as a 4-star guy at the minimum. He works harder than anyone I know. You don't got to tell the kid to work out. He's in the gym. He's in the weight room. And I think that's a big thing with any young recruit, nephew or not. If you have to tell a kid to work out, if you have to tell a kid to go to training, that's probably not the kid that's going to be getting a ton of offers in the future.
And you look at Bosco, too. I mean, the one area where they lost talent is at receiver. So there's going to be opportunities for him to make plays coming into a sophomore year, losing a guy like Madden Williams.
Well, we had DJ Tubbs who should have been out here for this game.
Yeah.
But Tubbs is down right now with a little bit of an injury.
Yeah.
So you got Tubbs out, so he's looking to get in and crack that rotation. And if he works hard enough and does well enough, he could do it.
So first down, Rakowski, Trilly. Nice throw.
It looked like he bobbled it, but I don't think the ref saw it.
They're going to give it to him.
Hey, if the ref didn't see it.
There's no red flag in this one.
No, definitely no instant replay here. We can't go to the booth.
I like this throw, man.
His arm angles are impressive to me.
Nice.
The way he gets the ball in, and it's always got a spiral, too.
Got him open in the flat.
Looks like he's down at the 1. Is he going to give it to him?
I think he's going to get talked into it. Let's see. He wants some help.
Rakowski with a touchdown pass.
He's going to talk him into it.
You see how quick that check down got out there in the flat?
That was nice.
He makes decisions like that.
Kind Callis, man. Kid's a class of 2030 dude. Out here making plays. He made some plays in the first game as well. So Trilly starting out nice in this one in the battle of LA versus LA. I'm
looking at body language right now, and on the backside in HellStar, the body language isn't too great right now on defense. I feel like they need to kind of refresh a little bit and put their game face on right now.
And you just look at this defense: Hayden Stepp, Chuck Roberts, Jalen Hill. So
the tough thing, especially when you have a defense that's outshining your offense in 7-on-7, is and like it is in any sort of football, right? If your offense isn't producing and your defense is going to get frustrated very easily because you're not really giving them much to work with.
So my question is, did they not give them the touchdown? Because the 1 or 2 point try should be from the 5 or 10. So it's hard to tell. There's not really communication with us. And Rakowski
again
finds him.
He does. He finds the angle every time. Looks like that was the two point. Oh no, that's a touchdown. So now they're going for the conversion. Okay, so somebody came in and overruled that call. Yeah. So I think they sent it into the booth in New York.
Maybe there is a red flag.
We got to tap into New York really quick. All right, so they're going for 1.
It looked like that was Eli Woodard there on the touchdown. Another USC commit. I've been impressed with Rakowski, though. He's making some nice throws.
Rakowski is definitely polished out here.
Oh, my gosh, that was the easiest one-point try. The receiver fell down, incomplete.
Looks like he got sniped right there.
That was Callis.
I didn't see him really moving.
Yep. It was too easy. He said, okay, look at. Oh, yep, just slipped. Lost his footing there. Slipped on the E.
This turf does look a little bit short when you look at it. It's definitely a fast field.
And it's crazy watching this game. You would think Trillium boys were up by a ton, but it's still a one-score game.
Right.
Donald Tabron in at quarterback.
I feel like we're going to be seeing some more of Tabron today.
I mean, he's one of the best, not just in 2028 or 2029. My mistake. I mean, this is a dude. He's played in the state title game in the highest classification in the state of Michigan. Won as a freshman last year, lost in the state championship game. But this dude's an absolute winner.
There you go, right there. That just shows his IQ. They only needed 2 yards for the first down. Receiver got right behind the sticks. That's another thing with the receivers. You got to always know you're down in distance, and you got to get to the sticks and plant yourself and make sure you're getting that first down.
Donald Tabron he's a special talent. He's going to just keep getting better and better. Nice little chunk or nice play just to pick up 5 yards.
Well, that receiver on the outside better get set before the play goes off, because these refs are definitely not shy about throwing the laundry. Looks like we got Dorian Franklin down here at DB on our close side.
Yep.
Another youngster from Bosco who definitely looked impressive. Trilly's backing off their press coverage and giving a little bit more room right now. So we're at about the halfway mark, just under 12 minutes right now. But HellStar's putting together a nice drive right now inside the 4-yard line. Let's see what they can do with this tight window and if Trilly goes back into a press coverage or not.
And this is where it's important for the coaches to come in with some play design where you got to find a way to get a receiver open here with not as much space when you get inside the 5.
Looks like man coverage here.
There he is, touchdown. Nice drive from Donald Tabron.
Yeah, that was a great play right there. It looks like the Trilly DBs were a little bit confused on what the play call was right there because they were passing off that receiver in motion, but when they passed him off, it looks like they lost somebody behind, and that's what happens.
It's Ty Johnson on the touchdown. He had a touchdown in the first game as well. 4-star, 21 offers. Yeah, Tabron looked like he finally got into a nice rhythm on that drive, made a few nice throws, and just like that, HellStar 2 points away from tying this one up as we're nearing the halfway point in this game. Man, these first 4 games seem like they flow by.
Yeah, they're going for 2 here, so it's 8-6. Let's see if they can tie this game up. But it looks like Tabron's probably going to be getting some more reps here.
Just nobody was really open.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Tabron gets a couple more drives in here just to get in a little bit more rhythm because it seems like he's, at this current point, he's having a little bit more success with the offense.
Yeah, HellStar wanted the flag there, but not going to get it. So now they're going to have to get a defensive stop to tie things up.
Another tough thing, like I told you before, right, with time at 7-on-7, it's, you know, as a coach, you can only complain about a call for so long because you're just taking away playing time from your game.
Murkowski to Quentin Hale.
He's the go-to guy, huh?
Oh, yeah. Murkowski, though, I mean, since the start, he's been in a nice rhythm. He's just dinking and dunking, man.
There it is, just checking it down. There it is. There's the young Neff again with another nice catch out here.
Well, yeah, it's 2 grabs.
Just playing his role, you know. I'm always, you know, let him know, you know, it's going to come to you, and don't be too eager for things to happen, and just let them happen on their own. So, you know, that's the same with a lot of these recruits. Sometimes these recruits are over, you know, worried about, you know, TikTok and Twitter and how many likes and this X, Y, and Z. And if you just keep your focus and work on what happens next, it's going to happen for you.
I couldn't agree with that anymore, man. That's so spot on. Close to 4 seconds. Murkowski gets rid of it just in time.
Just in time.
But no, that's so spot on, man. It's just let everything come to you, man. Just don't try and rush anything. Just enjoy the process.
That's it. I always, you know, people always said, trust the process. And what does that mean? And there's no huge meaning to it. It's just, you know, put your left foot before your right and keep going.
So this is big for Trillium boys here. If they can get the touchdown on this drive and convert the 1 or 2 point try to make it back to a 2-score game.
One thing I will say here, you know, is we've got...
Oh, intercepted.
Wow.
And HellStar, just like that, takes the lead.
Wow, he stared that one down. So we've got a 9-8 game now with 8 minutes left, and HellStar's got the ball back.
And Rakowski's done a great job of that, not staring down receivers. He does it one time, and just like that, HellStar takes the lead.
That's all it takes is that one time, right?
He decided he could fit that in.
You know what? One player that I'm excited to see play that I haven't yet, who's walking up on us right now, is Bryson Wright from Mandarin. You've got a lot more on that guy.
So we got Casey Barner and Bryson Wright joining the set here. If you want. Okay, yeah. So we're going to get both of them on. Aaron's going to take a quick break so we can get both these guys on right now. If you guys just want to come over to my left right here, that'd be perfect.
Basically, when you push this back down,
so Port back in at quarterback. As HellStar has their first lead of the game, 9-8. And then we'll just scoot a little bit to our left, get on camera here. Let's go a little bit this way. So we're lucky we got Casey Barner and Bryson Wright here. And how's it been going so far today, guys?
Oh, it's been going good, man. You
Yeah.
know, we just got out here, vibing, everything smooth.
Yeah.
Everybody balling, a lot of 5-star, 4-star, everybody, no-star coming out here to compete.
Yeah.
You know, having fun, that's all.
Yeah. So how many games you guys play so far?
We play out.
Have you played yet?
No, sir.
Okay. Oh, almost a
wow.
one-handed
I thought he
touchdown.
caught that.
Oh, Looks like we had a little PI on the play as the ref throws in the flag there. So, who are some of the guys you guys got your eyes on competition-wise here this weekend?
Our competition, like as far as what?
Who are you playing against?
We play HellStar.
I'm really just ready to go against everybody. Just play football, really.
Okay, I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
So you guys are two of the best, obviously, in the class of 2028.
Yes,
What's
sir.
been like for you, Bryson, first as you're getting ready for your junior year next year, and then you can just follow Casey?
It's just been going great. It's a blessing to be where I'm at right now. So just keep going in my footsteps. Just keep working hard and just keep going from there.
Yeah, exactly. Like me, I've been taking everything day by day, man. You know, enjoying the process. You know, but everything going by so fast. Like I remember, I was just in 8th grade, and now I'm going to my junior year.
It's definitely going fast.
So just enjoy every moment, taking it day by day, and not taking anything for granted.
I'll say this from my perspective, man. Watching you two play, you've been two of my favorite players I've covered so far working at MaxPreps. Just keep doing what you guys are doing. I got to put you guys on the spot right here real quick because you're a Florida boy. You're Georgia.
Yes, sir.
What state is better at football?
You know that's
it's Georgia.
You know that's
Georgia.
Why?
It's Georgia. I mean, it's Georgia.
Why?
We produce the best athletes. I think, in my
y'all
opinion,
do not.
we produce
You
the
don't
best
even
athletes.
believe that.
On
You
my
don't
mama,
even
I'm
believe
telling
that.
you,
You don't even
we
believe that.
produce the best
You
athletes.
know the talent that they came down to Florida.
Hey, well, you got some great guys in Florida.
We
and
got
Georgia,
some
too.
legends. You tripping?
Yeah, you got legends in Georgia too, but like, you know,
Not as big as ours.
I think, you know, I think we both produce.
Look at JJ. Look at JJ and Malik. That's all I gotta say.
I'll say this,
tripping.
man.
Y'all got it.
Tripping.
I'll say this with Jeremiah Smith. I mean, he's a dude that he could have been #1 pick after his freshman year at Ohio State.
100%.
Facts.
So what about California and Texas? They in the mix with Georgia and Florida or what?
Nah, they in the mix for sure, but you know Florida top one, Florida at #1. So.
Okay.
Georgia and Florida top 2 for sure.
Okay.
Cali and Texas, I don't even know they like football for real.
And that one they going for the 1-point try. No good. So HellStar with the 15-8 lead on Chamblee boys. When you guys you got a game coming up? Is it next or?
I think we play
Yeah,
next.
it should be next. We play at 2:45.
Okay, yeah, we'll be showing that on MaxPreps YouTube channel. So tell all the folks at home why they should be watching you guys this game and why to tune in.
I mean,
y'all should tune in because we finna come out here and tweet and we just finna have fun and play football.
You against get down, lay down, man. Lay down, you stay down. You stay down, you just get rolled over.
That's gonna be a
Get
touchdown.
with it, get lost in it, sir.
That's gonna be a touchdown for Trilly. I'll get you guys out on this, man. What's the biggest difference for you guys going from 11-man football to 7-on-7?
I mean, it's kind of hard for me because, you know, I'm used to landing big hits. And, like, I be getting caught up into tackling so much. Like, it be throwing me off a little bit. But I maintain both, you know.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, they be extra grabbing 7-on-7 cause they be
Get away with a little more?
Yeah.
I mean, you're not saying nothing because you a DB.
Hey, but
so.
the game was recorded, right? And they recorded.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
bet.
All right, I'll let you guys get out. You got a game coming. I appreciate your time,
100%.
Casey.
All right, bet.
Thanks,
For sure.
Bryson. Appreciate it, man.
Yes, sir.
We got a big game going on here, man. This Trilly's right back in at 15-14, 3 minutes left. And Bryson Wright, Casey Barn are 2 5-stars in the class of 2028 joining us. It was hard to see, man, because I was kind of doing the interview and stuff, so I didn't see who got the touchdown there. But
Touchdown by Trilly, and then it looks like they threw an interception on the extra point.
and that's just a dead ball, too. You don't get points for that. So score stays at 15-14.
Man, pretty impressive to see Bryson Wright in here,
Yeah.
you know, and see how big he is in person as,
Yeah.
as a receiver, man. That guy's very dominant on the
Casey
field.
Barner, man, he's a tank.
Yeah, he definitely is built like a truck.
Tabron in the quarterback.
We got Dorian Franklin on the stop.
Yeah, we got it. Man,
So this will be interesting. Yeah, they may need to get 2 first downs to ice this, but if HellStar can get this 1 first down right now, they need 5 yards to do it. It's going to make the game very interesting and very difficult for Trilly.
Tabron, little pump and go. Oh, that's going to be.
Now, that's one of those scenarios where it's a late in the game, and, I mean, this is an automatic first down here.
I was like, did the ref throw the flag? But he threw it so far out of bounds. I was like, wait, did a fan throw that? Or the ref did throw it, though. That's going to be PI.
Now, we got the ball at the 10-yard line here, or where they placing the ball. now all they're really doing is killing time right here. Now that's another thing. You don't get time back on the clock, so Trillion boys might have a chance, and there's no first down opportunity right now for HellStar. But if HellStar scores, it's going to make this game very interesting.
Tabron, touchdown.
Too easy. Too easy, Tabron. That was a nice route by the receiver, too. You only have to get past the goal line. So for him to just break down and stop his route and give himself an open target for the quarterback to throw it in was very impressive by the receiver there.
Looked like that was Damari Hall.
Now I'm wondering if they go for 1 right now, they give Trilly a chance to get back in it. But if they go for 2, they put the game out of reach.
I go for 2 here. I make it that 2-score game.
I do too. It's 7-on-7. It's pool play.
But also too,
they're going for 1.
If you go for 1, get it, then you force Trilly to have to go for 2 as well, just to tie it.
Now Trilly would potentially have probably about 40 seconds, 35 seconds on the clock.
Nope.
All right, well, they got to grab that ball as quick as possible.
Yeah, they got to hustle.
And get that tee set up. So they'll probably have about 35 seconds on the clock when they snap this first one.
The last drive they had was 1-play touchdown, right?
I believe so.
So 21-14, 30 seconds left. Rakowski rips it.
What a dime. Oh.
Receiver falls down.
Neff took. See, that's about the 4th receiver we've seen fall out here. This turf is kind of short, but Neff, you got sniped by the turf monster right there. He was definitely open right there to give them some more room.
That was Eli Woodard. So maybe last play of the game here, you got to throw it at the end zone. Incomplete. See if we get time for 1 more play.
Well, you look at it, right? We
That's
talked
it.
about this earlier. These 7-on-7 games end up coming down to 1 possession.
Yeah.
So if you look at the Rakowski pick right there and them not getting in the end zone, the difference in the game, you've got some other things that factor in, obviously, but these stops on defense are huge.
Yeah. Yeah, all these games have been coming down to the wire, exactly what you want. I mean, there's so much talent on every team where you're going to get a lot of competitive matchups.
We definitely have not had any blowouts.
Yeah.
They've all been close. They've all been competitive on the defensive and offensive side.
It's funny, too, because, Trillion Boys started that game out so fast, and then HellStar kind of took advantage, and I think Donald Tabron just kind of got into a nice rhythm, and defense made some plays when they needed to.
Yeah, like I was saying, I felt like Tabron was going to stay in there and keep getting those reps because, let's be honest, from the first 2 games, he's definitely more impressive at the quarterback position. So, and a lot of these things come down to scheme too, right? So you're a better quarterback for a certain scheme or you're not. And Tabron out of Cass Tech is definitely showing that he's worthy of that QB1 spot for this HellStar team.
And that's a big-time program, going way back. 10, 12 years ago, Donovan Peoples-Jones came from there. He was a 5-star wide receiver. And even recently, C.J. Sadler, who was back-to-back Michigan sophomore All-American last year. And then you also got Aiden Johnson. He'll be playing at Carroll City next year as a junior. So both their 5-stars in the class of 2028. Cruz Jenkins, quarterback, Brentwood Academy out in Tennessee. But they got a lot of Aquinas boys, too. Julius Jones, stud wide receiver. He's been making plays at Aquinas since he was a freshman. His dad played in the NFL, Julius Jones as well. Legit running back. And Julius Jones' son is a big-time wide receiver.
I'm looking forward to seeing some of these big-time wideouts go at it. I know we've seen Jameer Brown, we saw Guidry, but I'm talking about, Travis Hunter used to be out here, right? Jamar Chase, some of these guys
Who's
used
the best
to be out
wide
here.
receiver you've seen 7-on?
Travis Hunter is the best wide receiver and DB I've ever seen in 7-on-7. In every single time that he played in a game, you knew he was going to do something impressive. The way that he would contort his body to get around a wide receiver to make a pass breakup. Just little things like that watching Trav play was pretty crazy. That's why I'm so excited to watch Bryson Wright out here because we have not seen an offensive player out here yet who's just dominant like that. Back in the day, you looked at Joe Mixon when he was on the 7-on-7 circuit.
That's what I thought going into this event, that every game there was going to be that go-to receiver that's just kind of unguardable. Haven't really seen it yet, and I think there's a chance we'll see it here in this 5th game.
Absolutely.
So,
one of those guys they just throw it up to.
Potentially, you might be doing all 7 games with us. I haven't seen Sean come up here, so it's cool with me if it's cool with you.
Hey, look, I'm in here and I'm loving it. I love talking football. I could do this until I sleep every night. So this is really fun. I'm trying to see who some of these teams are going to have coming up that's going to fulfill that role of that superstar, because we've got to pick a player of the game from offense and defense today. So who you got so far?
I haven't even had time to think of that just yet. We'll see. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I could come up with an answer just yet.
A lot of guys out here are balling.
Yeah. Let's see how Bryson Wright does this game. They could both be on this team, because you could potentially go with the 2 guys that we just interviewed.
Barner and Wright.
Bryson Wright and Casey Barner. So this is, the last game we got to see SoCal versus SoCal. Now we get Florida versus Florida. The Spartans are from Jacksonville, Paradise, Fort Lauderdale.
So we're going to have some speed on the field out here is what I'm thinking. Florida does have the speed, let's be honest. But then you look at Texas and you look at some of those 100-meter times, and it's like you got to be in the low 10-1s just to compete for the state title in the Texas 100 meters. So a lot of speed out there these days. And I don't know if it's something in the milk or what's going on here, Zach. Are these kids drinking muscle milk out of the bottle, or what's up?
Maybe just a little more organic out here, I guess.
Oh, man.
All right. Looks like we're about set. Who we got in the drip contest, AP?
Oh, wow. So we've got, I've got to go with MFTK on this one. That's MFTK's on this side. The Spartans in white?
They're in white, yes.
Oh, yeah. The white uniforms are a little basic for me.
Oh,
I'm gonna go with those at the bottom of the drip category. I'm sorry, Bryson.
That's the last thing you want to see. There's somebody getting taken out on a stretcher.
Yeah, and that just speaks to this tournament and how it's run. We had a player injured out here. It looks like an ankle.
Yeah.
But we've got ambulance. We've got everybody on staff, the EMTs right here to take care of it and get him taken care of and out quickly, and hopefully he gets better and he heals up. But that's never good to see.
All right, we're getting a look at Bryson Wright first.
You gotta go. You gotta go hard out here, Zach. You can't take plays off in football, and they say when you take a play off, that's when you're susceptible, right? And out here in 7-on-7, you just gotta keep going hard. But again, this turf is kind of short, so I wouldn't be surprised if it was an ankle roll or something like that, because we've seen a few of those.
Jackson Steicher, the quarterback here for MFKT.
So if you guys want to hit the comments on YouTube and give us a drip check between these 2 teams right here. But I'm definitely going 0 drip check for MTFK.
All right, I'm going Paradise, man. I like the black.
Paradise City for sure.
That one incomplete. And, if you're Paradise City here, 2 guys minimum on Bryson Wright.
You got to double team him. I don't think that looking at him in the huddle next to all the other receivers, he's towering over guys. You got some good size on number 13 right there. Who is that? He's definitely looking about 6'2". But Bryson Wright towers over that entire huddle.
So 2nd down coming up for the Spartans. So they're gonna need about 6 yards to keep this drive going.
I feel like the check down is underrated out here. I feel like a lot of the quarterbacks who move the ball down the field hit at least one check down a drive.
You should have a safe receiver every play where if nobody's open, boom. It's so key if you can just pick up 5 yards, because when you get in that third and you need to pick up 15-yard situation, that's tough, especially with the 4-second clock.
Well, even thinking back in 7-on-7, just over the history, we've had some running backs who have been able to come out here and be impressive. I remember they used to line Najee up outside in the slot. They used to line Joe up at receiver, Joe Mixon. And we don't see any running backs like that anymore out here, and I feel like running backs somewhat are shying away from 7-on-7.
Steicher throws deep. He's got a man, but that one goes incomplete. That's going to be...
That's a turnover.
Yeah, I was waiting to see what the refs were indicating, and that's going to be 2 points for Paradise City.
One thing I always look at is look at how the players are walking onto the field, though, right? You never walk on the field, in my opinion. If you're going out to your position in any sport, whether it's baseball or whatnot, you need to sprint out to your position and sprint back off the sideline, and I feel like that shows a lot for the demeanor of a defense. But let's see how these guys do, and if they can hold Paradise City down.
Probably going to get the 4-second call.
I would like to see that clock even at 3.5 seconds. I think 4 seconds is a little bit too long. But I feel like 3.5 seconds is realistic right there, because you're looking at a sack, et cetera. And to get these quarterbacks developed, you got to learn how to get the ball out quick.
Cruz Jenkins, quarterback. Yeah. So it's going to be 3rd down. So we're just talking with Sean Dupree. He's going to join us for the last 2 games. So I guess that's good for you, AP. You get to go out on Bryson Wright and Casey Barner going against all these studs from Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah, I for sure want to be on the field, down there at the field level, and see how impressive some of these guys are. But definitely enjoying myself up here in the booth and being able to talk 7-on-7 on MaxPreps YouTube live for the first time ever.
Yeah, this is great.
Really great experience.
That one falls incomplete, so we're going to be knotted up 2 apiece.
Now we got another situation with the receiver reaching out with one hand right there, and we know that bothers me. So
that's the number 1 ick for Aaron Plunkett.
Get 2 hands on the ball. You know, receivers.
You sound so old right now.
If you can,
you sound like a grandpa right now, man.
You know what do they say? Jerry Rice used to catch bricks when he would practice. Yeah. His dad was a bricklayer, right? He was catching bricks, but I bet he was catching those bricks with both hands.
Yeah, I mean, he's the best football player regardless of position in my eyes. So
you can't really mess with Jerry right there. Although I did like him more when he was on the Raiders.
Miscommunication there and incomplete pass. Trying to hit Sakari Green.
Rhythm's big out here, right?
Yeah.
And if you can't establish a rhythm early, you're just going to keep shooting yourself in the foot every drive, and it looks like neither of these teams really have established a rhythm yet. So, but I'm excited to see them do that and get the ball to Bryson, right?
Yeah. Yeah, no targets yet.
Yeah, I feel like here you got to take what the defense gives you, and they're playing off so far. I mean, it seems like underneath is always open. But just get your chunks, march it down the field.
So that's going to need about 5 yards to keep this drive going. Ball's at 30.
When you look at some of these team rosters and just see the total amount of offers on the field at any given time, I mean, it's ridiculous.
That's going to be a touchdown.
Well, look, you got Bryson Wright complaining that he was wide open right there, but you
get the tutty anyway.
Yeah, he's a smart guy. You can't complain for that long when you see your teammate running behind you into the end zone.
Marquez Hicks on the touchdown. You can see Bryson Wright like, I was so open, but hey, it's 6 points.
It's all good. It's all good. Yeah, so we've got a lead right now for MFTK, and they've got to stop. So let's see if they're going to go for 2. No, they're going to go for 1 and make it a 7-point game potentially here. Real tough to get open in the end zone, but there he is. Look, the way
he caught that ball. He made the DBs run into each other.
It was so nonchalant.
I mean, you could just see him coming right in the middle of the field, coming open, and Steicher knew, I'm going to the 5-star, number 1 player in the class of 2028. You can make a strong case. He is the best high school football player regardless of class.
I haven't seen anybody more impressive. And honestly, when you see some of the photos we have on MaxPreps and some of the video we have of him, the ball looks like a Nerf ball in his hands. He's got mitts on him, and you look at a lot of these receivers. Yeah, that's. I got to meet Jimmy Smith last weekend in New Orleans, and he got voted into the Black College Football Hall of Fame. shaking hands with that guy, you know, his hands just engulf your whole entire hand, and it's like, okay, no wonder you had insane success at the NFL. Aside from all of his other attributes, you know, that's definitely a plus. That's why they do the hand measurement at the combine, right?
Yep. So let's see if Paradise City can answer here after the touchdown drive from the Spartans. So that's going to bring up, they're probably going to have to get about 6 yards to keep this drive going.
That's a tough throw right there, too. Yeah. Crossing route on the backside and getting that ball all the way across is, with a good DB, that's asking for an interception. So I was impressed with that completion right there.
Keelan Hendricks on the catch. He'll be playing his senior year at Lakeland High School. So big play right here for Jenkins and Paradise City. Now a little bit behind his intended target, so that's going to be another 2 points for MFTK.
Now right there, you know, you got the ball coming behind you as a wide receiver. The biggest thing you got to do right there is get your hips back.
Yeah.
So if you just pull your arms back, you're not getting anything back there really, but you got to twist your hips and get your hips turned around to be able to give yourself the possibility of even making that catch. But tough catch regardless, but if you don't get the hips back, you're not giving yourself a chance. Well, we had Bryson open last drive a couple of times, got him in the end zone on that conversion. But let's see if they go to him early. I'm surprised they've got him lined up inside. He's on the backside by himself right now, but it looks like they got him bracketed with the safety over the top. Paradise City running the zone right here. 7-on-7, I feel like if you're working on schemes and if you're working on getting your skill set higher, I like to see teams running man-to-man. One factor, too, that you got to look at, Zach, when looking at these rosters, there's not a lot of linebackers.
Yeah, there's very few. Yeah.
There used to be a lot of linebackers in 7-on-7 that would truly play the linebacker position, and now you pretty much got DBs and safeties at every single linebacker spot.
Steicher.
Great hands. Who's at number 9 with the breakup right there for Paradise City. Great job of getting his hand in there and just punching the ball out.
Yeah, looked like it was Jamar Brinson.
Yeah, that was impressive. So you see Bryson calling for the ball up. So right there, you know, Bryson's pointing up in the air. He wants that ball high to where he can go up and nobody else can get it.
So big play right here.
He could probably be a great volleyball player.
Oh, for sure. I mean, Tetro and McMillan, man.
Nico.
Yeah. I mean, especially with Tetro, he was anything that guy did, he was good at. But
absolutely.
Steicher, third down, going for it again. What
impressive, impressive. The way that the DB was able, or the wide receiver was able to cradle that ball and keep his separation. They call him out of bounds.
I think they rolled it incomplete.
I believe he was out of bounds. He might have been on that back line.
Yep.
That back line that white line is kind of hard to tell when you're at the back of the end zone because it ends at the blue, but it all continues to the white.
That was a great throw. I mean, he put it in a spot and just could not come down with it.
That was an impressive throw for sure.
So huge stop for Paradise City. That makes it 11-4 now.
Looks like we got a new QB in for Paradise City.
Yeah, Sione Cajo. He's a 4-star, Lincoln High School out in Tacoma, Washington. Yeah, Cajo, man, this dude's got 11 offers. He's one of the best quarterbacks on the West Coast, specifically in the Pacific Northwest.
The Northwest has a lot of talent, and people sleep on the Northwest for sure.
So Jenkins got the first 2 drives.
Is he the younger brother of Ben Cajo, the old Washington linebacker?
I'm not 100% sure. I'm not sure what the whistle was for there, but under 9 minutes here. Touchdown here and have a chance to either tie it or take the lead if they go for 2.
Another guy impressive out of the Northwest, Talanoa Hufanga. He was out of Oregon, right? I mean, that
Crescent
dude's
City.
a beast.
Out in Corvallis. That one falls incomplete. So
not much going on offense with these two teams right now. I mean, definitely a defensive battle, but it just seems like the quarterbacks haven't really gotten in a rhythm yet.
So that'll make it 13-14, 13-4. MFTK.
One thing that's probably strange for a lot of you out there watching at home is looking at a football score that's 11-4. No, we're not playing baseball. This is not the Dodgers versus the Brewers right now. It's like 7-on-7.
It's like Scott Van Pelt, man. He's obsessed with the scoregami, scores that have never happened. You get that a lot in 7 on football.
Oh, yeah. Especially with those 2- and 3-pointers. Oh, wow. That was a move.
And
that was a move.
They're saying the receiver was not touched.
Oh, wow. I've been waiting for one of those ankle breakers.
That was nice. That looked like that was Micah Slade. SoCal, Sierra Canyon. That was nice, man.
Definitely a great move right there. What's interesting, too, is they've got, you got some SoCal kids playing for, teams that are across the country.
Yeah.
You've got teams from, players from the South playing for SoCal teams.
Yep. I mean, it's cool, man.
It's free agency.
It really is. Oh, boy. They both thought the other one was going to catch it. Bryson was letting it go.
And that's another one of those things, Zach. You had 2 receivers in the exact same spot. Somebody ran the wrong route.
Yeah.
Hopefully all that gets corrected in film.
I mean, if I'm a quarterback and I got Bryson Wright in my team, I don't care if there's 7 guys on him.
Figuring out a way to get him the ball.
I'm throwing him the ball, man.
Absolutely. So it looks like he's lined up top now. And they've got a safety over the top. They're for sure bracketing him. But there you go. See, now you got to get that ball out a little bit quicker. But they're definitely trying to take advantage of leaking other receivers behind Bryson because he's attracting so much of the defense right now.
So we're going to have Sean Dupree joining us here on the next 2 games. So before you get out of here, AP, you got to tell me who your player of the game on offense and defense has been so far. We'll let this one finish out.
I'm going defense so far. I'm going Isaiah Dan.
Okay.
I really like the way he's been playing. Super impressive.
Steicher, nice throw.
That was a great toss right there. I mean, sometimes you got to secure that body catch. If that ball's coming straight into your chest, you got to catch it however you catch it. So, no judgment zone here. A touchdown is a touchdown.
I mean, that was a great throw.
Offensive side, I would say who's impressed me the most. I would say Trey Taylor.
Yeah.
The quarterback. I mean, he had a kind of an off game that last game.
First game, though, he was on.
Yeah, the first game he was on for Cold Hearts. Now here it is, one-on-one.
Incomplete.
Now see, we got Bryson going up after it with one hand. Again. But, yeah, I would say that Trey Taylor, for sure, for Cold Hearts, the quarterback, super impressive. I mean, and even talking to Jameer Brown here in the booth and hearing his feedback on Trey Taylor, I mean, that kind of reinforces my opinion because it's always hard to tell from up here. But when you got a guy like that who's going to Ohio State and he has such high praise for the quarterback, I'm going to trust him for sure to kind of validate that. But I would say, yeah, Isaiah Dans and Trey Taylor, I would say defense and offense for me so far.
I can't argue that. I mean, I like the Trey Taylor pick especially, too. He was really on point that first game. So you got a 19-4 lead for MFTK. Cruz Jenkins back in at quarterback.
We're getting back to the laundry. I think maybe the refs need lunch too. Maybe they need some lemon pepper. I don't know what the call was down there, but these refs have been doing a great job, man. I love how they're letting the kids play. What we probably had there was a receiver that probably left a little bit earlier, or wasn't on the line of scrimmage. That's another thing too to work on with the wide receivers is knowing whether you're on the line or you're off the line. Because formation-wise during the tackle season, if you're not on the line and you should be, you're going to get an illegal procedure, or illegal formation penalty, and it's going to cost your team. But out here, I feel like one of those little things that receivers can work on is just getting set up on the line quicker and getting ready for the play call because a lot of the guys are coming out there kind of slow.
Nice throw by Cruz Jenkins there to pick up the first down, get a new set of downs.
And that's another thing, Zach, like you brought up earlier, playing with the team for 1 week. Okay, do you know the plays or not? Do you have to have coach run out and tell you what your route is?
Nice play on the ball there, incomplete pass.
That was actually incredible. I mean, you've got a receiver who's completely got you boxed out from the ball, and you have no ability to come in, but you don't give up on the play at all, and you come in and knock the ball loose. I like that.
Zakari Green on the coverage.
One thing you do better as a wide receiver right there is just come down on the ball. Once you make your break, you work your way back towards the quarterback, and you prevent anything like that from happening.
Just heads up play by Jenkins, man. Wide open receiver. Little dump off pass.
Nice check down.
Kai Wilson on the catch.
We're at 2:45, so you get a touchdown here. You may have a chance, but chances are that
I mean, you got
MFTK can run the clock out after this possession.
Yeah, you gotta score quick. There it is, touchdown. Nice throw from Jenkins.
I'm liking the ball spin right there. Okay,
You don't got time to celebrate, man, because you got a running clock there, so you gotta hustle back.
I'm on raw ball spin. It would have been spinning still, so you might not have gotten that ball back.
That's just a good throw back at the end zone.
It's pretty cool watching the NFL Combine stuff. You have Makai Lemon out there saying he models his game after Amon-Ra St. Brown. He's watching the NFL Combine right now. Some of these kids are going to be in the Combine in a couple of years, so I'd pay attention.
They're going for 2. Yeah, that's going to be no good.
Yeah, so we'll probably have around 1:40.
I think it might be 19:10 as well. I think that
it looks like they called this game.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it looks like we're calling this game a little early here. Maybe we've got some discrepancies with the clock, but great game right there. It was great seeing Bryson Wright. I'm going to get down on the field after this one and give you some feedback. And hopefully get some video that you guys will see later actually on all of our socials. Make sure you tap in with our
this next one coming up. This is like the first time too where it's taken a while for them to get actually onto the field. It's been pretty good, pretty consistent with each game starting kind of 5 minutes after the other. So Coastline, led by Teddy Gerard, quarterback. He was class of 2027, classified to 2026. He signed with Notre Dame. He'll be playing his college football there. Really nice of the Sevens guys to let him actually compete in this because they don't have any 2026 players in it. But he reclassed, so it's a little different for him. He's still under the age requirements needed. So it'll be fun to get to see him.
Definitely.
They got a lot of other guys too. Phoenix Evans, stud corner, played at Don Bosco Prep, recently transferred to IMG Academy. It'd be interesting to see what he does out there. And then we saw C1 in earlier.
Yeah, did you see C1 in, man?
Yeah, Derek Baker
was out there calling the plays, man.
Yeah, he looked really good, man.
Looked really good.
You see him out there warming up right now for C1N. Now you get a look at Coastline Stars. They're heading out to the field. But I'm really looking forward to see what Teddy Gerard can do. This dude is a big-time quarterback from Georgia. Played his last season of high school football at North Cobb out in Kennesaw. So you're going to look at 2 quarterbacks from Georgia. And, you look at Georgia, it's one of the best areas when it comes to football. You can look at us here on the camera. Sean Dupree joining me. Aaron Plunkett did the first 5 games. Sean coming in, do the final 2. What are you kind of most looking forward to as we're closing out this first day of day 2?
Just seeing how the guys finish out strong, man. We know it's just pool play. Seeing how they, execute on offense and defensively. So just seeing, we're going to see C1 in right now and watching Coastline just to see how these guys finish out pool play, man.
Yeah, that'll be fun. We get 2 good quarterbacks here. We saw Derek Baker earlier with C1 in, and, we get a look at Teddy Gerard. I know Notre Dame fans can't wait till he gets there because he's going to be the type of guy, even though he reclassed from 2026 or from 2027 to 2026, he's going to have a chance to play early as he's there with Noah Grubbs, who is our MaxPreps Florida Player of the Year. So things are really looking bright for Marcus Freeman with the quarterbacks that they have coming in. So this will be fun, though. You get a chance to see Coastline for C1N.
Yep.
We haven't got a chance to see Coastline. They're the defending champs of the 7 tournament who won it in the inaugural 7-on-7 here at the Sevens last year.
We see C1 in getting already going.
Yeah. And that's what it's about, man. These dudes just out there having fun, dancing around, getting loose. This will be fun, man.
Yeah, man. You love it when the kids get to come out, on the weekend and
perform on a platform like this and just have a good time, man. Have a lot of fun. You see what Cam's doing.
Yeah.
Getting everybody going and just that's what it's about, man. That's football right there.
Yeah, there's Cam Newton right there getting his guys loose, getting ready to play the 6 of 7 games so far here on Field 1. And that's got to be exciting for all these kids, man. You get a chance to play with, MVP quarterback, former Heisman Trophy winner, national champion, played in a Super Bowl with the Carolina Panthers. And that's what I love about Cam Newton, man, is he's doing it for all these kids. He's been so great for the community,
man, yep.
And just doing a lot of good things for youth sports in the Atlanta, Georgia area.
Yeah, man, he is. Just like I said, just having the kids come out here and be able to be around that type of, energy, man, I know they enjoy it. They're probably around them a lot. So, man, just to see it and see their excitement is definitely nice.
Yeah, so we'll see how this one turns out. Looks like we're about ready to get things going here. So were you kind of sticking to Field 1 getting stuff? Or were you all over the place?
Pretty much Field 1, man. Field 1 had a lot of exciting things going on. Not to say Field 2 didn't, but Field 1 there was a lot of electric. It was really good, man. It was really good.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to tomorrow when it's that knockout round. It's a little more serious
Single
here.
elimination.
Yeah, it's bracket play, so I think everyone's just kind of getting loose, getting a feel for it. But I think tomorrow's going to be the competition level is going to go from 5 all the way to 10. So
yeah,
it'll be a little bit more serious tomorrow. But it's been fun seeing all these top kids coming out here and play.
Yeah, man. Pool plays usually, sometimes they don't always show their cards. Sometimes they don't show all the players, and then when they come out on, bracket day, it's a different story, man. So definitely looking forward to it.
All right, so we're about ready to go. Derek Baker's ready to go, man. He's been standing there ready to throw the pill for a good 5 minutes.
Are they getting the ball first? Yep, looks like they're going to be getting the ball first.
And you get a look at Derek Baker, man. This dude is built like a linebacker,
man,
playing the quarterback position.
Seriously, I was down there and I was next to him. I'm like, yeah, man, at the quarterback position, he's definitely a unit for sure.
Yeah, he's committed to Tennessee. Originally, he's St. Thomas Aquinas, transferred to Milton before his junior year. So Coastline Stars represent Mississippi, Hattiesburg, but they got a lot of guys from all over the place. They got a couple of kids from Bergen Catholic out in New Jersey, Georgia boys, guys from Florida. So they're well-versed when it comes to talent all over the country.
Yeah, man, this should be a good one, man.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see Phoenix Evans, too. This is a guy, he was a MaxPreps freshman All-American, MaxPreps sophomore All-American when he was at Don Bosco Prep. He'll be playing his junior year at IMG Academy. He's an absolute lockdown corner, very versatile, can play nickel, safety on the outside. Here we go, C1 in, gets the ball first. First down, Derek Baker, nice throw.
Nice and easy, just to get it rolling.
C1N's got a bunch of stud playmakers. Nick Lanier, 5-star wide receiver. Also got Travis Hunter. Another easy throw for Baker. It's going to bring up 1st and goal. Yeah, he's just been in a rhythm since the start of this.
And it looks like Cam Newton might be calling the plays now. And it's always good when you got a, QB that can come in and help you out with your offense, have it run smoothly, man. Derek Baker definitely does that job.
That one incomplete. Receiver fell down back of the end zone. So they got 2 more downs to try and get this one in the end zone. See what Cam Newton draws up here. Gets a little tighter, though, when you get inside the 10.
Oh, yeah, very tight.
Not a lot of room to run and get open. There it is.
Nice ball.
Great
Great
throw.
ball.
I mean, you put that in a spot only receiver can get it. Corner end zone. Yeah, see on the replay here, Baker, he knows exactly where he's going. Receiver breaks open. Nice, easy throw.
Gotta love it.
So they're going for 2. Ball at the 10. I mean, that's how you want to start, man. Drive right down the field, get points on the board.
Yeah, why go for the 1? Just go ahead and let's get it rolling.
It's got a little press coverage on the top.
Oh yeah, and you can hear Cam now. Find it.
Incomplete. No flag on the play, so 6-0 lead for Cam Newton's squad. Now should get our first chance seeing Teddy Gerard. Oh, I think
flag on the play.
Yep.
Gonna get the replay down.
Yep. And it's funny, man, when there is the flag on the play, I mean, that eats about another 30, 45 seconds off the clock with this running clock. So, I mean, that 20 minutes just flies by. So, I believe this is still a 2-point try. They just move it up to the 5 after the penalty. There it is.
There it is.
So 8-0. C1N. Cam Newton's excited, dapping up his guys. So now we'll get our first look at Teddy Gerard. I know Notre Dame fans are excited for this dude to get there. He's a very talented quarterback.
Super talented.
Transferred to North Cobb for his junior year. Rips it.
Out the gate.
What a
ball.
throw.
What a ball. What a ball.
I mean, that was right on the money. It looked like that was Austin Busso on the catch. Legit wide receiver out of Bergen Catholic. Bergen Catholic, one of the premier programs in the country, and he led the Crusaders in receptions, receiving yards, and touchdowns last year as a junior. So he's one of the top under-the-radar wide receivers, class of 2027. Doesn't have any stars, but he does have 13 offers. And I think he's going to have a huge senior year for one of the top programs in the entire country. That's going to go incomplete. Bobbled attempt there. Looked like that was Keon Standifer. But you just saw the arm talent on that first throw from Teddy Gerard, man. I mean,
put it right on the money.
Receiver wasn't open a ton. I mean, that was a tight window throw.
And as a receiver, you have to love it, man. When your quarterback can put it right where you want it, you have to love it. Oh, nice ball.
I was gonna say, is that gonna be the 4-second call? I think it was. Yep. So just a tad too late. So got to score here, or else it'll turn into 2 or 3 points for C1N, depending on a change of possession or interception. That's the nice thing, though, with having Gerard at quarterback. I mean, he can fit it in those tight window spots, and when you get inside the 10 here, it's harder to get open for these receivers. Oh, just a little out of reach.
Just a little bit. But you can see it's right there. It's right on the money for the receivers.
Yeah, so that's going to be 2 points for C1N. So this is a big drive right here. C1N can get a touchdown on this drive. That's going to make it really tough for last year's defending champs, Coastline Stars. Some other notable dudes on C1N too. You got Braylon Averett, a 2029 receiver, Central Phoenix City out in Alabama. He was a MaxPreps freshman All-American. Get a look at Cam Newton there, coaching him up. Yeah, when Cam Newton's your coach, you probably listen a little more when you're a quarterback.
I'd say, man, yeah, when you got a guy like that, he's probably going to put you in the best position.
Incomplete, almost intercepted there. Coastline was all over that one. I think this is key, too. If you're C1 in here at second down, you don't got to get it all right here, but you got to try and pick up some positive yards because, you know, what we've noticed from early on, if you're in this third and you need to get 15-yard situation, it's tough to pick up those first downs.
Yeah, it kind of has to put you in a position to go deep, but when you can, just like you said, get those, just work it, chip away at it.
There it is. Nice job. Nice throw from Baker. Receiver gets open. Yeah, first down, ball at the 24.
I don't even think Cam is using the sheet anymore. I think he's freestyling now.
Yeah. That's the nice thing you do. You got a quarterback like Derek Baker. You trust him. Look down at the wristband and make his own calls.
Nice check.
So, I know you've been coaching 7-on. How many different plays do you have for the offense? Like, is it?
It varies, you know, depending on your unit. You know, some coaches may have, 20 plays. Some literally stick to rotation of 6.
Yeah, okay.
Depending on the guys and you putting them in the best position, man, it definitely can vary. But what I've seen and from other OCs, they typically stay around 7 to 8 plays.
Okay.
Yep.
There it is.
Oh.
Incomplete. So they got to get to the 10 here to keep this drive going. Nobody's open. He got rid of it just in time. Oh, incomplete. So just like that, Coastline right back in it. It's back to a one-score game. And that's the thing that makes it tricky with defensive stops. You get that 2 points, so you can get right back in the game real quick.
And right there, man, a lot of times when you have that one, Coastline, they were smart. When you have to get that quick one, they were, 1 or 2 yards, so they played low and they got it. And now they're back on offense.
So this is the 6th of 7 games we're bringing you here on our MaxPreps YouTube channel. Thanks for checking us out. Got Sean Dupree with me. I'm Zach Poff. Teddy Gerard ripping it. Deep ball. Oh!
Couldn't hold it.
Incomplete pass.
What a ball.
Wow. Yeah, this dude throws a great ball. I mean, he dropped that in perfect. So close.
Dropped it in the bucket.
I think that was Jamar and Simmons there on the attempt. It's so hard to see these numbers, man. And Cam Newton's squad, they don't even have any numbers, too. Everything about his delivery is just smooth. I mean, it's going to be fun watching that battle with him and Noah Grubbs at Notre Dame. Both those guys are big-time quarterbacks. Notre Dame did an outstanding job recruiting this very good class of 2026 quarterbacks, able to get him and Noah Grubbs, who led Lake Mary to their first ever state title on a Hail Mary to win the 8A state championship.
First down.
Yep.
Or did they call time?
I'm not sure. Yeah. A little late, I guess.
And it's like you say, man, his release is very, very efficient. It's very has a very compact throw, man. He zipped it right in a very tight spot.
There it is. Oh, one-handed
grab.
touchdown. Wow.
I think he kept it in the same
What a
hand
catch.
the whole time.
Austin Busso, man, Bergen Catholic. I told you, this kid, one of the most underrated wide receivers, one-handed. Wow.
Kept it in one hand, too. Look at that.
Yeah, because I thought Gerard put a little too much on it, but what a catch by Busso.
Uh-oh, looks like.
Going for two.
Yep.
Try and tie it up. Yeah, what a catch by Austin Busso. Gerard going to tie it, and incomplete, so it'll stay 10-8. So big drive coming up for C1N, because if Coastline can get a stop, have a chance to tie it up, and potentially get the last drive of the game.
And the thing about these 7-on-7 games, and when they get to situations like this, they can really control the clock. You see a lot of teams, they'll manage it well and, you know, put Coastline in a situation where they have to rush.
Baker, easy throw.
Nice comeback.
First down.
Very nice comeback route.
Yeah, both quarterbacks in this game. I mean, these have been two of the better quarterbacks so far we've seen. Baker goes for it all.
Did he bring it? Nope.
Nope, incomplete pass.
Incomplete pass.
Looked like that was Jaden Keelan on the coverage. He's out of John Curtis Christian High School in Louisiana. So we're nearing the 6-minute mark here, C1N. Trying to get this back to a 2-score lead.
Let's see what they do.
There it is.
Great grab.
It's going to bring up 1st and goal.
He put that in a very tight spot.
Yeah, that was a great throw. Yeah, just easy throwing motion from Baker. I mean, Tennessee's got to be happy with what they see. Only a 3-star, but you know, this is a guy. He started his first years of high school at Aquinas, transferred out to Georgia to play for Milton.
It'll be 2nd down for C1N.
And we got Parlay here with us to jump on. If you want to just come around over here, we can grab your headset right here. Okay, let's get you under that. Yeah, you guys got up next, man. Should be fun.
Yeah, fast. It's going to be a real insight.
Yeah.
I got a special group this year.
Yeah.
I'm happy to be here.
And there we go, and that's going to be touchdown for
C1N.
C1N.
Yeah.
C1N.
Derek Baker's look good, man. Cam Newton's got his guys rolling.
Definitely. Can't win this game. I like C1N in this game.
Yeah. So what got you into kind of getting into coaching 7-on-7? How'd that all transpire for you?
Well, I put my son into tackle football, and I ended up being his defensive coordinator.
Okay.
And I played the guy who ran the spread offense.
Yeah.
And at the time, I ran a 5-3, and I couldn't understand what to do with it.
Yeah.
So I got with a coach of mine who I knew when I asked him, what's the best defense to be spread offense? And he took me to class, and learning everything to beat spread offense taught me offense.
Yeah.
And I'm a big chess player. And in chess, I like to put offense on chess.
Yeah.
And I said, you know what? I think I can do a great job at this.
Yeah.
So I said, I took my little league kids, the 8U team, and I said, I'm going to start a 7-on-7 team.
Yeah.
My first 7-on-7 team, I had Julian Lewis, Juju was my quarterback.
Wow. Oh, wow. Nice.
Jabari Jones.
Yeah.
I had my son, which is the fastest kid ever.
Yeah.
All my kids who played with me ended up going D1 last year.
Yeah.
So that was kind of got me into it. 6 years in doing it. I linked up with Quavo. We started Huncho Elite, and now we're here.
Yeah. You look at Teddy Gerard there, man. He's going to be at Notre Dame here before you know it. Touchdown for Coastline, and they needed to score quick there, being down 18-8, so that makes it 18-14. What are the expectations for Huncho this tourney? You guys got a good chance to win it, you think?
No, definitely. I think we got the great chance to win it. You know, when it comes to this, it's just how the boys play.
Yeah.
And how you keep their energy and mental in a good place.
Yeah.
I ain't scared of them. I done seen a few teams play that. I ain't scared of nothing. You know, and we coming to play, and we coming to put on for Huncho.
Yeah. Teddy Gerard, 2-point try, and that's good. So Coastline right back in at 18-14. We got 3 minutes left here in this one. Have you guys played yet, or is this going to be your first game coming up on field one? Okay. Who are the guys that everyone should be paying attention to?
I have a lot of guys. One, I would definitely say Jaden Juniors. He's a wide receiver.
Yeah.
He's been playing wide receiver for 1 year so far, and I think he might be the best wide receiver in the state of Georgia this upcoming year, 27.
Yeah.
I got Jeremiah Proctor. He's a 6'6" DB.
Yeah.
I got two good quarterbacks in Kamir. He's committed to Clemson. He's the quarterback for Gainesville.
Yeah.
He just won a state championship.
We did their game against Carrollton last year for our MaxPreps game of the week. Hughley, man, he throws one of the best balls in the country. He's definitely one of the best quarterbacks.
And I also got a young phenom with Prince Aminu. He's going to be nice and Hughes starting quarterback this year. I got a lot of good guys, but I can definitely say stay on the lookout for these guys. There's going to be a lot of plays. It's going to be exciting. We're looking to get the crowd some excitement today, for sure.
All right, Parlay, I know you got a game to coach, man. We'll let you get out of here, man. Appreciate your time.
All right, Parlay.
MaxPreps.
Hey, we love that, man. What a throw by Derek Baker there, man. Right on the money. Touchdown. Quarterback play's been great in this one, Sean. I mean, Teddy Gerard's played great, but Derek Baker one-upped them right there.
One-upped them, man. Right
one
back.
Play, touchdown.
Put him right back on top.
How cool is that, man, getting Parlay to come join the set? Franchise boys, lean with it, rock with it. Derek Baker.
Ooh.
So that'll leave it at 24-15. So, all right, that is most points they can get on this drive is 8 points. So they got to score quick and somehow get a defensive stop.
Throw it deep. Get back on D.
Man, out of all the quarterbacks I've seen, Teddy Gerard throws the best ball at all.
Has a really good arm. Really good arm.
You know, Parlay was talking about a Kareem Hughley, quarterback we're going to see next for Huncho Elite. He is very talented. He's going to be a fun guy to see in our seventh and final game we're bringing you here on the MaxPreps YouTube channel. Teddy Gerard, got him, touchdown.
Touchdown.
Wow.
45 seconds.
Jamarian Simmons on the catch. I think time's out. That's going to do it. But that was the best quarterback play I've seen so far.
Very nice.
Of the 6 we've done so far. Teddy Gerard and Derek Baker were both throwing some nice balls. So Cam Newton gets the dub here for C1N. Nice win. So we're going to close it out. Got Fast Houston coming up against Huncho Elite. Little Texas versus Georgia. I love it when you get these state versus state matchups.
Battles, yeah.
Kids love it. You know, we had Bryson Wright and Casey Barner on. You know, Bryson's from Florida, Casey's from Georgia, and we asked them straight up, hey, what's the best state when it comes to talent? And you know what they both said?
Yes,
Florida, Georgia. That's tough.
Rightfully so.
It's tough for me because it's hard to compare those two states because Georgia's a lot smaller than Florida. But I don't know. I don't think you can go wrong with California, Texas, Florida, or Georgia. I think one of those four, you can make a strong point that it's the best when it comes to producing talent.
Most definitely.
So nice dub for Cam Newton's squad. Looking forward to seeing Huncho Elite, though. They got some dudes. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing Kareem Hughley throw the ball. Jeremiah Proctor, too, another stud from Gainesville. He'll be fun to watch. Get a look at Cream Hughley there. Very talented quarterback at Gainesville. Gainesville, one of the top programs. They got a new coach now, Centavius Bryant, coming over from Grayson. He was a part of that program before, and now he comes over as the head coach. And I think he's going to do a tremendous job there. He, won a state title with Grayson in the largest classification, and he's going to have Gainesville. There's not going to be any drop-off at Gainesville with Coach Bryant coming in. But this will be fun, too, though, because, you always hear, you're in the 7-on scene more than I am, obviously, and you always hear about Fast Houston,
always
one of the premier teams in the Houston area. So this should be a fun one to close it out on. And Fast Houston, they got a bunch of ballers, and it all starts with Jahide Brown. 4-star committed to Indiana. All he did last year, Sean, was he led the state of Kentucky in receptions, receiving yards, and touchdowns. So he's the big-time playmaker. And it used to be funny, you see guys committed to Indiana for football. You're like, oh, what? Now,
it's like
defending
the place to
national champs, Kurt Signetti really has that program turned around. And now all the kids want to go to Indiana, and they're getting a great one in Jahide Brown.
Definitely are, man. I'm really excited to see him and what he comes out and does today in this first meeting right here, man. Definitely an electric player.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to seeing Tristan Gaines, too, quarterback for Fast Houston, class of 2028. 3 stars, landed 12 offers. You get a look at Parlay right there.
Parlay's just in the middle,
talking to us
team
5 minutes ago, getting the dudes all hyped up. This will be a fun one to close it out on. See if he can get him juiced up like Cam was getting C1 in.
I was gonna say, man, you gotta love it when these guys come out and they get the guys going like that. Cam, Parlay, and the kids get to be there and be in the flesh with them, man. Is really a great thing to see, man. Just to get those kids going.
The way I look at it is, the whole point for 7-on football is, yes, obviously you want to compete and do all that, but at the end of the day, it's about the kids having fun.
Yep.
That's the end goal for me. There it is.
That was a throw. And it's like you said, Paul. Today, the quarterback play has been really, really, really good. That ball right there was simply phenomenal.
So Fast Houston got the ball first. Oh, incomplete.
It looked like he was almost going to bring that one in.
Nice job by the DB to get his hands up and break it up. A little bit of contact there, but no flag thrown. That'll bring up 3rd down. Tristan Gaines, quarterback, class of 2028. So money down right here. You got to get it to 10-yard line.
Got to get it to the 10.
Get a new set of downs.
See what they draw up.
Let's see if they're looking for Jahide Brown, number 1.
Got it.
1st down. Like that was Rush Williams, Katie Jordan. Just finished his freshman year of high school football and class of 2029. Already 9 offers. Heads up.
Did he get him?
I think he did. So be down right around the 2.
Hey, nice check down. Anything that moves the ball forward.
That's a good job by Gaines, too. He's looking left and knew his receiver was coming back his way and sets up 2nd down, ball at the 2. This is tough, though, when you get it to the 2. I mean, you got to have some good play designs here because you don't have the ability to run it right up the gut and get the touchdown here when you get in close.
Yeah, man, and the spacing gets really tight, so I want to see what they draw up.
There it is.
Quick slant.
Yep.
Inside.
Ryan Wooten on the catch. Jersey boy from St. Peter's Prep. Shout out to Steven Spiewak, man. He used to work at MaxPreps, went to St. Peter's Prep. He'll be proud watching Wooten get the touchdown there. So they're going for the 1-point try at the 5.
Wide open.
Oh,
just slipped.
You've been seeing a lot of players slip in that end zone, man. It's very slippery there, and that one goes incomplete. Had him wide open. So now we'll get a look at, we got 2 quarterbacks here, Kareem Hughley, and then also Prince Amari Aminu, class of 2028 quarterback, Langston Hughes. See if Huncho can respond after Fast Houston went right down the field, got the touchdown. There it is. Deep ball. Incomplete. Nice play.
Good defense.
Trying to hit Benjamin Boyd. So it looks like Prince Amari Amino's getting the first drive for Coach Parlay and Huncho Elite. Of course, Quavo helps out with Huncho Elite.
Nice ball.
That was. Yeah, nice throw by Amino.
And I have to say, man, I like the theme of the jerseys. It's like the Atlanta Braves theme.
They're nice, man. So when
jerseys.
When Plunkett was up here, man, he was doing a who's got the better drip. Right here, I'd have to probably go with Huncho Elite.
Yeah, the baseball theme. Gotta love it.
Prince Amari Amino going for it all.
Oh,
that's going to be easy PI. Yeah, that's going to be a spot foul. That'll set up first down right around the 2. Yeah, and we were just talking to Coach Parlay, too. This is the first game so far for Huncho Elite. And I'm guessing pool play, do they all play 3 games?
Yeah, on average, you know, you come out, you play 3 games just to figure out what your seeding is going to be. So this will be, like you said, their first game out in pool play.
And then tomorrow we'll be here with you guys at 9:30 a.m. Pacific time, 12:30 p.m. Eastern time. And that's going to be touchdown for Huncho Elite. Ricky Washington, touchdown grab. Senior out of North Atlanta. I should say rising senior, still finishing his junior season, or junior year.
Huncho looks like they're going to go for the 1 just to get up. Nice ball.
There it is.
Nice ball.
Huncho Elite takes the lead, 7-6. And that's why it's nice having this day on Saturday. You kind of get a feel for the teams you're going against, and you kind of start game planning a little bit if you see them again on Sunday.
And that's the biggest thing, man. Sometimes, you know, come out here and pool play and things might not go your way, but it doesn't mean it's over.
You can be the 16th seed and still take it down tomorrow.
And still come out with the championship.
Deep ball.
Nice interception.
Yep, INT.
Nice. Great play by the DB.
Yeah, Tristan Gaines just was throwing it up. INT. You get a look here. As he originally wanted to go far side of the field. Nice play on the ball by the DB there.
Great play. Great play.
So that'll be 3 points for Huncho Elite. Prince Amari Aminu still in at quarterback. Oh, just a little behind his intended target. He's trying to get it to Saif bin Wahad from Grayson.
I will say with the Huncho team, those two slots are pretty shifty.
Yeah.
Super shifty.
Yeah, bin Wahad, he's, we did that Grayson Collins Hill game to start the year. They were telling us he's going to be a guy, he's just tough to tackle. He's very shifty, good route runner, just a little undersized. Huncho Elite picks up a few yards here, so third down, got to get to the 25 to keep this drive going, or else it'll be 2 points for Fast Houston. So that's a big play right here for Parlay. See what he draws up. You got single coverage at the top. There it is.
Oh.
And just a little behind him, and DB able to get his hands on it and break up the play.
Great defense.
So that's 2 points for Fast Houston. Looked like that was Brandon Sherrard on the coverage. 4-star from Shadow Creek. Tristan Gaines. Nice throw downfield. Looked like that was Jahide Brown on the catch. So big play coming up here for Fast Houston. Got to get it to the 10 to keep this drive going. See if Jermaine Johnson can make another big-time play for Huncho Elite. Had the interception earlier in this one. First down. Nice job by Tristan Gaines. Receiver just found a soft spot. And
quick and easy.
There it is, walk-in touchdown.
Nice
Jahide
one.
Brown.
Jahide Brown.
Yeah, nice job by Tristan Gaines there. Lead Fast Houston down. So that'll make it 14-10. Yeah, just too easy. Nobody stuck with Jahide Brown. So last year, this dude had 98 catches for over 1,500 yards and had 24 touchdowns.
Wow.
So, absolute playmaker for Christian Academy in Louisville. Also led his team to a state title. Going for the one-point try, and
he got it.
He did.
Yes, he did.
There it is. That makes it 15-10 Fast Houston. So a big opportunity for Huncho Elite here to try and get the touchdown to retake the lead. Gaines rolling out there and found his target in the back of the end zone. So now you're going to look at Kareem Hughley in at quarterback. First time we've seen him. So the scoreboard says 15-13, but I believe it's 15-10. Fast Houston with the lead on Huncho Elite. Yeah, I was super impressed with Kareem Hughley last year when we did their game of the week against Carrollton. Even though they lost the game, but Kareem Hughley is making some big-time throws in that one. So looks like we got a penalty.
Was there a penalty?
I don't know what it was. It's a big third down coming up, though, for Huncho Elite. Yeah, so it must have been a penalty on Huncho because it took away a down. So we've got to get to the 25 to keep this drive going.
Well, hey, at least on the penalties, you don't have to go backwards.
That's a very good point.
Cross.
Hughley throws it up.
Oh,
Pass
wow.
incomplete. Nice coverage, one-on-one. Looks like that was Brandon Sherrard once again. He's having himself a nice game against Huncho Elite. Sherrard, class of 2027 from Shadow Creek. He's already got 20 offers and showing you why there. So yeah, touchdown here on this drive pretty much ends it, a 17-10 lead. But I mean, hey, if you're Huncho here, you get a stop and then you get a chance to get a touchdown, take the lead, and 5 minutes left of the running clock. Not many possessions left. Nice zip on that ball from Gaines.
Good ball.
I believe that was Rush Williams on the catch. There's Jahide Brown again. Oh, shifty. Gets touched right around the 3.
That delay slant has been there all day.
Oh,
if you see it in sevens, man, a lot of teams run that.
Yeah, if you're Fast Houston too, you might as well take your time a little bit, keep that clock going, get a touchdown here, and there it is.
Your friend. Yep.
Jahide Brown.
Great play. They're going to set up for the 1 here.
Yeah, just a good job by Jahide Brown. Found open spot. And nice job, Gaines. It's hard to be patient when you got that 4-second clock, but he waited till Brown got open and hit him just in time. That 4-second play clock ran out. That one goes incomplete. So 23-10.
Looks like a flag
on the
play.
Might get another try at it. Yep. PI on Huncho. So it's been a fun first eventful day here at Peachtree Ridge High School. Beautiful Sewanee, Georgia, and we really brought that California weather with us, man. It's been beautiful all day. I heard it's supposed to be even hotter tomorrow, so I'm looking forward to tomorrow. And today was a lot of fun too. As 1-point try is good.
Yeah, today's been a lot of fun, man. You see a lot of kids, a lot of talent, good coaches. Energy is amazing. Music going, commentary. Definitely a great event.
I think the intensity and the competitiveness is going to turn up even more tomorrow when it's, win or go home time. That's what I love it when it's the knockout elimination where you got to win or you're going home early. So that'll be fun. It's been great to get to see all the talent too.
Yeah, man. Bracket play is very intense, man. You get to see all of these kids. They know, good breakup. They know that if they lose, that's it.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been impressed. I think Cold Hearts, I think they're going to be a tough team to beat.
Yeah.
HellStar, I like what they're doing too. It'll be interesting to see. I mean, there's obviously some teams we still haven't seen yet.
Yeah.
So it'll be fun after this broadcast is over to go down on the field and actually get to see some of these teams. A little miscommunication with Kareem Hughley there and his intended target, Farajay Tucker. So we're into the final minute here. This could be the last pass for Kareem Hughley and the last pass you see on our MaxPreps YouTube channel. Thanks for watching us today on day one. Day two, you don't want to miss, starts tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. Pacific time, 12:30 p.m. Eastern. Hughley throwing the deep ball out of bounds, and that's going to do it. 24-10 final for Fast Houston. They look really good too, man. Both sides of the ball. Tristan Gaines making plays. And I think Fast Houston did a good job drawing things up offensively as well. So what were kind of your thoughts for day one, and what kind of jumped out for you, Sean?
Man, just a lot of kids, man. You see a few of the kids. Derek Baker, the way he plays QB, man. I know we didn't get to see Nick Lanier, but I was on the field and I got to check him out a little bit.
Yeah.
Day one was really good, man. Looking forward to day two, and yeah.
I'm looking forward to the Spartans too, seeing Casey Barner and Bryson Wright, see what those two guys can do on the field. So if you want to check us out tomorrow, we'll be live on our MaxPreps YouTube a.m. Pacific time, 12:30 p.m. Eastern. It's going to be a ton of fun. You're going to want to watch that. We're bringing you the round of 16 and on. That's all the time we got here. Thanks for checking us out on the MaxPreps YouTube channel. That's Sean Dupree. I'm Zach Poff, and thanks for checking us out.